Okay, hi everybody, welcome back. Yeah, this is a late night broadcast. I will also say that it can be an early morning live stream wherever you are. Merry Christmas to everyone, and for those who are still kind of a little, I would say, how behind. I would say Merry Christmas to you also. Yeah, so I did a little bit of a live stream earlier today where we did talk about events happening. One of those major events is the events that happened earlier today in Ghana, where you had an individual who I believe is kind of facing some problems. Did prophesy or did predict that there's going to be a flash flood and the world is going to come to an end. And then we saw so many people within that area actually travel to the hack. I would say allegedly because I'm not so sure. There are reports saying that this guy, whose name is I think Noah, really is not even the owner of that hack. That being said, we did go through that. But right now, I just want to focus on a different topic. And this has to do with Dangote. We all know what's happening between Dangote and the various players in the oil sector in Nigeria. And we've seen different disagreement, different allegations, different battles as it relates to that. So I'm going to start with that. This individual, Professor Kealani, made some series of allegations against Dangote earlier in the week. And I want to first go ahead and play those allegations. And then I'm going to play Dangote's response. And now, I don't know, possibly he found out that he's in a world of trouble. He's come out to apologize and retract. So let me just start from that. One of the things, if you look at the title of this video, what he said is, is Dangote's money clean? Professor Kealani defends allegations against Farouk. Now, Farouk was the former CEO of NMD PRA. That's the regulator in charge of the petroleum distribution and marketing in Nigeria. And the whole thing started when I think the guy made allegation with respect to Dangote's produce, saying that the content of Dangote's diesel was actually not suitable, was not according to standard, and that it was highly risky. And Dangote did his own independent test, and it turned out that that wasn't true. And was also invited to come visit. He didn't visit. So there was a lot of battle brewing. But the one that actually broke his back, I would say, was the license he gave to oil marketers. And the argument was that we now have a company that produces petroleum. Why are you giving multiple licenses out to marketers to import petroleum, PMS from Russia? So that was where the whole thing started. And that being said, Dangote actually fought dirty, I would say. People were divided. Dangote had gone ahead to actually go through, the details of the CEO's kids' secondary school, and then it came out with some allegations saying that Farouk Ahmed, who was the CEO of NMD PRA, said, well, he sponsored his kids, to go to secondary school to the tune of $5 million. For someone that his annual salary is actually 48 million naira. So the question was, where did he see up to $5 billion plus to sponsor his kids throughout their secondary school stuff? And the schools that the guy's kid went to were schools that you have royalties, you have, billionaires attend. So back and forth, the CEO, of the Petroleum Regulatory Agency resigned, and then was like, okay, Dangote actually had his way in that. So this guy went on TV. I'm just giving you just a lowdown. This guy went on TV and then started berating Dangote, saying, you know what, Dangote's money is not clean. Let's start with that and then we'll go on.
That all Nigerians must listen to. You see, about a year ago, when Dangote started fighting the former GCO, Mele Kyari, that Kerry and his subordinates were blending products in Malta.
Okay.
It was truly allegations. He didn't prove it.
Okay.
Because in Malta, it's an international market. Not only Nigeria goes there to buy products. And it's not owned by any individual in Nigeria. And that allegations came and it was discarded.
Who discarded it? Do you think, assuming they asked Dangote to prove, has anybody asked him to prove?
He can't prove it. We told
No,
him.
if I challenge you, engineer.
Even here, the last time I came.
Okay.
We expected maybe the Senate or the House of Reps to now say, okay, come and prove your case. Or the NNPC.
And this guy's making a very, very valid point there. This is where I kind of disagree with the way the Senate, the House of Rep, have been running business. It shouldn't get to the point where you have regulators and businessmen digging it out in public. Before, in fact, more often than not, the House of the National Assembly don't even get involved in a lot of these matters. Most times it's the executive, maybe Tinubu, right, calling for meetings, trying to wade into all this matter. That's why the fact that Tinubu actually waded into this and told Farouk Ahmed to resign. I still think that the National Assembly needs to take a more prominent role in a lot of all these regulatory activities. Most of the times, they're either not doing what they should do. So there's an allegation. There was no hearing. Okay, things were not really, brought to light. There was no closure. We just move on.
To now challenge you that, okay, prove your case. But there was nothing like that.
When those people, see,
yes.
this is Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
When they are compromised.
Who was compromised?
About some of the committees set up.
But who compromised them? Is it Dangote?
Yes.
Or how?
Dangote has too many friends in the National Assembly. I won't mention names. They set up a joint committee to investigate this issue we are talking about. At the end of the day, they faulted the NNPC. We didn't see, a general investigation calling Nigerians to come, calling the foreigners whom Dangote alleged that
are conniving.
Nobody did that.
Yeah.
See, you investigate in Nigeria and then you just allow it to go. It will just fizzle out. So what I'm trying to say is this.
And again, that's the way investigations are being conducted in Nigeria, unfortunately. They try to just get a straw man or a fall guy. Okay. The petroleum subsidy issue. Okay, Farouk Lawar, the guy that, took money from Femi Otedola was the fall guy. That doesn't mean that there were no illegal activities happening at the time. Later on, we got to know that there were a lot of frauds that happened in that sector. But as long as they're able to divert attention or get a fall guy, then people just move on.
I've attended interview here maybe several times, and I said it. In the course of our interview, I said Dangote is a monopolizer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I respect him.
But do you blame him?
Wait. I respect him.
No, I want you to answer this. Do you blame him for being a monopolizer?
How can you monopolize?
Why can't you challenge him?
Well, in Nigeria, unless you have somebody backing you. Look at the issue of flour, the issue of sugar, the issue of cement, the issue of pure water, everything. He has monopolized it because even when Boa, his own brother, was trying to say, bring the price of cement down, there was a scuffle between them.
Engineer,
so let's leave that one.
No, I don't want us to leave that because it's very important. How much support do you want the federal government to give enterprises, for instance, the NNPC? We did a report here, the Daily Trust. Yes. What was expended to fix these 4 refineries? Enough to build the size of Dangote's refinery and to also build another one.
I'm taking you to
Dangote, again, there are different opinions, across the how. Okay, you could support him and what he's doing with respect to infrastructure development. The only person in Nigeria that is really going into those problem-prone areas where you're going to have a lot of competitors and all that. You could agree that that's working. Secondly, you could agree that there could be one or two ways that he has benefited, from the government of the day. Okay, and that's it. So that being said, I'm just trying to also look for a way to actually create a balance. A lot of these refineries, there's been a lot of money expended into it. So when it comes to capital allocation, when it comes to putting money in projects and all that, most of the time, these companies, these projects, these government workers are really inefficient in executing stuff. So what do we do? There's also, there are also debates that, most times, again, there are people that work in such a way to actually sabotage other private individuals, to get involved in businesses. So that's what I'm actually looking at. I'm trying to consider different nuances to this argument, because at times you cannot just come in and say Dangote is good, and at times you cannot just come in and say Dangote is bad. There are nuances to all of this.
To the memory line, listen to me. I'm a professor. And
but I asked the right questions because Nigerians they just want answers.
I'm coming
beyond the books.
I'm taking Nigerians to the memory lane. Dangote, truly speaking, established 650,000 barrels refinery per day, which is okay.
Which NNPC failed to do.
Which is good.
NNPC is all about politics. We have 4 refineries, as you said. Is it NNPC's fault when the government of the day will say, don't do anything there, even if they give them money?
No, but they've given them money. The money that they've given, the money that they've taken, again, this has nothing, to do with Dangote. This has everything to do with the government that has actually been at the ends of affairs of Nigeria. Nothing was done. Now Dangote comes in, through his own resilience, tries to put a refinery that works together. And then we're now saying this is Dangote's problem, that he loves to do monopoly. Meanwhile, there's Adenuga there, a billionaire. There's Bao there, Abdul Salam, or what's his name again? The guy Rabiu is there. There are other billionaires. There are other people that can actually enhance capital. So what do we do? But they're not investing in that area. It's only Dangote that is sticking his neck out into all those areas.
For turnaround maintenance, they say, hold on. Dangote,
who is saying hold on? The
Dangote, yes.
You have your facts?
Oh, listen, Dangote and his surrogates, his cronies, they wanted to buy these refineries. We stopped them years back when we were still in the system.
And then he got his money and built brand new one.
He built one. Even
while
now,
the one he stopped him from buying, they are still
even
rotting.
As I'm talking to you, he wants to buy. And these refineries can operate for 200 years. I said it here before. All you need to do, we need honest and sincere people who can do the turnaround maintenance, good rehabilitation. The refineries can work.
Then
the refineries can work for the 999 times, but it's not working. It's not working because nobody is allowed, nobody is actually accountable. Nobody is actually made to be responsible for that. You either fix this thing or you're fired. In government, more often than not, when you spoil stuff, when you destroy stuff, or when you're not actually doing what you should do, more often than not, you get promoted. The whole aim is actually not profit making. The whole aim at times is not even efficiency. So what happens? What happens to all the governors that have actually messed up their states in Nigeria? Where are they today? They're in the Senate. They're in the House of Reps. So when you look at all of that, there is nobody giving proper accountability, with respect to the responsibility or the work that has been given to them. And that's the problem. When Dangote comes into it, he knows that capital is on the line. He knows that money is on the line. He knows that he has to actually maximize profits. Now, if he's making too much money in a free market situation, then there are other people that are looking into also coming in to enjoy part of that.
Who do you blame now for the failure of these refineries to work?
It's the government. It's not the staff of
who is government, sir?
Government,
because these refineries, they have been fixed right from the time of Jonathan. You come to the time of Buhari, now Tinubu.
Yes, they left it idle.
And I agree. I agree that you blame the government. But should we just sit down and keep blaming the government? What's the probability that the next government is going to work?
They left it idle.
And nobody has been prosecuted.
Even the money they say, go and repair Kaduna refinery, repair Port Harcourt refinery, $16 billion. You think that money was given out? Even when an NPC went into partnership with one bank, Nixon Bank, to borrow money. So all we are saying, the right thing must be done.
Yeah.
Those good old days when we are repairing refinery or rehabilitation, we normally work 43 days. 40 days, all the pumps, the compressors, the heat exchangers, all the areas from water intake to cooling tower, area 1, 2, 3, 4S, loops, shipping. We do this work for 43 days, then you have, 40 days, 3 days blackout. And we will now start the refinery. It will never come down until after 2 years. It doesn't mean we don't have problem here and there. That room has not been given. People have interest. We are operating a capitalist system in Nigeria. And once you are not there at the top, however good you are, nobody cares. So what I'm telling you, even now, the new government that was established in the refinery led by a jury, they are now facing also problem with Dangote because immediately the Zoom office, Dangote came and said, this is the right time, we are going to buy the refineries. He speaks as the authority.
Yes, bro. We've go to Google and say owner of Nigeria. Just go to Google. When you go to Google, let me show you here. This is Google, right? I'm going to put it here. Owner of Nigeria. I don't know if they've changed it, but let's see. Because I checked it. Owner of Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria is a sovereign nation and is not owned by any single individual. It is a federal republic with a democratic elected government. The government owns the land in trust for the people to the Nigerian constitution and the land of use. The idea that one person owns Nigeria often refers to the influence and wealth of business magnate Aliko Dangote. I never said Aliko Dangote, okay? I just said owner of Nigeria. Why are you telling me that Aliko Dangote is the next person, not even Tinubu, right? Why Google says Dangote is the owner of Nigeria? Look at this. Why Google says Dangote is the owner of Nigeria? Now they're correcting it because people are pointing it out to them. Okay? I'm just putting it out there, the role of Aliko Dangote. Okay? I just said owner of Nigeria. All I'm seeing here is, okay, Nigeria is not owned by one person. Next thing, Aliko Dangote. Next, role of Aliko Dangote. Wikipedia, Aliko Dangote. Okay? Why Google says Dangote is the owner of Nigeria in 2025. Okay? Before Aliko Dangote, he was the Nigerian richest man. I never said Aliko Dangote. I said owners of Nigeria. Again, I digress. Let's just continue.
So what we are saying is this. The regulator, Alhaji Farouk Ahmad, said that refinery of Dangote, I was here when I told you it was operating at 40%. The consumption of fuel in Nigeria today, PMS, Premium Motor Spirit, is about 71 million liters.
But why is he exporting?
Why is he?
Okay, yeah.
You don't want Nigerians to listen.
No, sir.
I'm a journalist. You are allowed.
I'm also a journalist. Sir. What we are saying is
I'm a veteran journalist.
I asked this question.
I'm trying to break down.
Okay. Yeah.
He said he has more than enough, and then he said he's even exporting it because there is no local.
This is why I want to tell Nigerians that he doesn't.
Okay.
It was estimated during Kerry that Nigeria consumes about 60-something million liters per day.
Okay.
And now, because of more vehicles, some of these products are smuggled out of this country. It's now 71-point-something million liters per day. And Dangote produces only about, it's not up to 20 million liters.
Have we locked our borders?
No, let's leave that. Let's focus on Dangote, okay? Yeah, let's
give him that is so a different,
that is, well, the fact sheets must be brought out. And that's why
who will bring the fact sheets?
It's the government.
Why is the government reluctant?
We want an independent body.
Will the independent body come from the planet,
Let me tell you,
sir?
that refinery, we are happy he established it. We don't have anything against it. You said now, Chuk said there are other refineries. We have modular refineries in Nigeria. They are not talking. Dangote, government has been servicing him with over about 12 vessels, ships every day. And they give him this product in Naira. I expect by now that me and you should be buying fuel at 400 Naira.
Wow. What's his maths? I hope this guy asks him what's the maths
what we anticipate.
Okay, now I want to start.
No, and I don't think that's correct. I don't think prime for price at 400 is correct. I'm just comparing using the current exchange rate of Nigeria to the dollars and what USD prices across board. I don't think we would or we should be buying gas at 400. I'm gonna ask Glock to do a comparison.
So to be fighting regulator. See, he fought Kerry. People didn't mind about.
What is your take on his renewed fight with Farouk? The allegations of the $5 million. Could that be true?
See, when you are fighting, you don't touch people personally. That's what he did. That was what
you want to say he went overboard.
Can Dangote tell us the source of his money in the 80s when he was in Port Harcourt? Who is clean?
The price of
every time when you want to monopolize, you bring issues, allegations against people. Let him come and prove it. In the 80s, we are aware of what happened in Port Harcourt, how he got his money. Nobody came out and say all these things.
But why is Farouk silent up till this moment?
You see, it's
because
unfortunate.
he was the first person to fire the salvo. I asked this question. When the refinery, it is 25% or 30%
refinery, he said it before, he was producing 40%. The FCC in his refinery, the fluid catalytic cracker that will make it about 80% or 90% is not working. Farouk said it before, and we reiterated it. So if you are producing 40%...
That wasn't true.
Who says so?
Some of us were at the refinery.
What?
Some of us were at the refinery. We saw it.
You are not you don't know anything about refinery. If they tell you lies, they told you lies.
But he also fired.
Lies.
He also fired at the Nigerian midstream that they don't even have laboratory.
Who told you that? You see now you are peddling as a journalist.
So again, there was that argument with respect to the sulfur content, okay, in Dangote's refinery vis-a-vis what the actual regulatory standard should be. But at the end of the day, there was really, Dangote called journalists in who agree with what the guest is saying, that they may not even really know, what they're checking. But that being said, how come the regulators, didn't actually get involved to prove that whatever output that Dangote had was actually the correct one or otherwise?
You need to do an investigative journalism.
Where is their lab,
not
sir?
Somebody is telling you and now you are believing him. It's wrong.
He showed journalists his own.
That what?
His lab, where he tests.
Did he show you how he produces, how the production takes place in his refinery, and that is producing more than 50 million liters per day?
I don't want to play the devil's advocate,
so
sir.
Please don't do that. I'm an insider and I'm engineer.
But how inside
better.
Are you, sir? How inside are you? Now he has been making the allegation that both the government, which you said should be transparent, and the regulator which is headed
how
by
much did Dangote give to you? How much did he give to you that you are supporting?
Nothing. I'm just
no, but that's wrong. How would you say how much he's just trying to ask questions. He's trying to get to the bottom of the issue. And again, he should actually push back, which is he's trying to do a very good job. Now, his knowledge, it might just be a generalist and not have specific knowledge when it comes to the oil sector and that, but for you to say how much did Dangote give, everybody wants to have a refinery that works. We're now seeing some advantages from that, The
way you are asking these questions,
I'm not supporting
it's wrong. If you don't know nothing, you don't need to say anything about it. You don't know nothing.
But let me be frank.
No, he doesn't need to be an expert, okay, at least in the oil and gas sector, for him to push back on some of your claims. Okay, that Dangote is trying to just play the monopolist game and all that. I mean, I don't know, but
so even what I think. We said, okay, take us. Let's see where you now check the quality of the products being imported.
See, there is no country who doesn't import. America imports, Saudi Arabia imports, China imports. There are countries with 200 refineries, 100 refineries, they still import. For you to measure up, to bridge up the gap. How can you, when he came, he even went to court that those importing petroleum products should be stopped. It has never done all over the world.
Okay, sir.
So,
now
because of monopoly.
He has brought the price. If monopoly will favor the citizens,
we are paying.
Would you support it?
No,
answer this, sir.
We give. Let me land. Let me land. Okay,
he
go
brought
ahead.
the price.
I don't think that, I don't think that monopoly, should be allowed, but I also think that we should support the local industry. We should support the production of PMS in our country for the first time after a long while, we should be able to actually produce by ourselves what we consume.
Of petrol from 828 to 699.
It's supposed to be 400. 400. Because we give him crude 12 vessels every day, sheep, every day. And he buys them in Naira. This product we're supposed to buy it at 400 Naira.
The importers are not fighting. I'm sure you watched us with Gillis Harry, who was saying Dangote should have given them notice because they imported. He should have given them time so that they explain what they imported before he should reduce the price.
You see, that's what he does.
No,
because
what about them? I asked the question.
Okay, and again, that is it. So I asked my guy here, compare the price of PMS in Nigeria to other countries in the world. As an analyst just said, it should be 400 Naira. Okay, so now we're saying that current price is 739. And then it says, regarding the analyst claim that PMS should be 400, economic analysts, including Indubuisi Ekweke, have argued that with Dangote refinery, crude feedstock and reduced forex, PMS could realistically price around 400 or even below if market dynamics fully reflect local production cost without subsidy or inefficiency. Other experts in early 2025 predicted similar drop to below 400 as oil production and refinery capacity improves, potentially stabilizing the Naira further. However, current market prices remain high, due to factors like distribution costs, lingering import dependency, and exchange rate fluctuation. Currently at $1 to 1,450. Let's see. Now, comparing, with other countries, Nigeria is an approximate 0.51. US dollars. US is 0.75. Russia, now the country, Russia, allegedly was giving, you had a lot of importers that were given license to import from Russia. And this is what Dangote is actually saying, that giving a lot of importers license from Russia would definitely destroy the local product. I'm for free trade. But again, you have this big project that is still at its teething level. So you're going to have teething problems. At this early stage, you're going to have teething problems. Saudi Arabia, 0.62. South Africa is 1.2. Brazil, $1. China 1.2, India 1.15, Australia 1.3. United Kingdom is actually 1.80. So Nigerian price is below the world average and competitive with other oil-rich nations like Russia and Saudi Arabia. But the analyst suggested 400, 0.28 would align it more closely with highly subsidized markets like Venezuela or Egypt. I don't want to see subsidy again in the fourth sector. That's me. Because it has never served us well. Okay, so that's just that about that. So at 739 or 740, I think that we are actually within, even below the world average. And that's a fact, okay?
And I want to answer this.
Comfortable.
Who is on the right footing now? In May 2023, President Tinubu removed subsidy.
Yes.
Immediately he removed all the outlets.
Yes.
They jacked up their prices.
Yes.
Of course.
Nobody blamed them.
It has been Uhuru. That's why when Dangote came up with his refinery and he wanted to monopolize,
you always say monopoly, and I don't want to key into that.
Wait, you don't know anything about oil.
I know.
You are just, you are just talking on periphery.
No,
I don't like the way you talk because.
No, sir, I'm trying to.
He might be talking very right, really, But again, it is what it is, right? But that being said, this man that also knows a lot is not actually telling us what to do the way out.
And do investigative journalism. Go and get your fact sheets. You are not doing it. You say you went to Dangote and he showed you lab, he showed you this. You didn't go to the root of it. If
Where
somebody
is the root,
shows
sir?
you,
where is the one for the NNPC? Where is the one for the government?
Very good. You are now
we have less than 1 minute, yes. But I want you to answer.
Which 1 minute?
Yes.
No, you say you are giving me 30 minutes. So.
Okay, we're going to move to commercials.
Oh, it's finished, sir. Okay,
you cannot always bring me here and then you start.
We will still bring you. If you want tomorrow, we'll bring you back. Investigative
journalism demands you go to somebody, when he tells you his own part, you now go to other people where you can get opinions, answers.
Yeah, fair enough.
To the correct. He told you.
With all sense of responsibility, we did that. We've been asking. Even today, we called the midstream. No response from them. Because
you are turning the issues upside down. This man, even his refinery now, is not fully licensed. We said it here.
We will discuss that because we have actually overshoot the runway of our program.
What I want to say,
what is your final words? Yes,
my
sir.
final words to Nigerians.
Okay.
We are not against Dangote.
Okay.
It's good that he established this refinery, but he should not disallow other players in the system to bring in products.
Okay, what about government? What should government do to checkmate him?
The government
should fix their refineries.
That is what we are saying.
We've been saying this thing since 2010. The government should fix their refinery. The government should fix their refinery. The government, for the last time, should fix their refinery. Okay, how much has been disbursed, okay, for the Nigerian refinery rehabilitation? Rehabilitation. Overall spend from 2010, PDP government, to 2023, APC government included, approximately $25 billion at average historical rates. Recently, 2021 to 2024, we gave $2.953 billion. Additional investment, $750 million. Okay, grand total estimate, $18 to $25 billion. However, look at this. However, the EFCC is investigating diversions with over 5 billion naira. And that's just 10 million recovered so far. We've spent 25 billion. What are you talking about? The timeline of the major distribution and event. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go through all that, but we can see that from Port Harcourt Refinery, Kaduna Refinery, Warri Refinery, and these refineries are still not functional. The Port Harcourt was briefly functional in November 2024. It was shut down by July 2025. Okay? Kaduna Refinery, not functional. Warri Refinery, not functional. Total. Okay? 2.595, 2021 to 2024, all under EFCC probe. Minimal output, despite spending. And then you have Dangote trying his best. And I'm not saying that he might have gotten some, advantage, especially I know for a fact that when the whole country had multiple foreign exchange rates, it was being prioritized. Okay, it was being prioritized. You can make mention of that. But that being said, this is the only thing that seems to be working. So why should you go ahead and, just produce import licenses?
These refineries, I told you, it can work for 200 years.
Okay, thank you very much.
With honesty, sincerity. We've been doing it before.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer.
And he's not the only person who has refinery. Many people have it.
All right, thank you very much. Please, we will bring you back so that we continue with the conversation.
But I want to say one thing as a journalist.
Thank you.
If you don't know nothing,
thank you, sir.
All right, press on that.
We've been with Engineer Kelani Mohammed on this very...
Engineer took it personal, and again, so what happened after? Okay, so when he did that, he made allegations that they should go and look at Dangote's life in the 80s, that Dangote had gotten himself in some nefarious activity, that why should he be trying to out Farouk Ahmed, with respect to Farouk Ahmed sending his own children to a private, top-notch secondary school, and then one of the children also to Harvard. So that being said, this guy was like, Dangote is also not clean. His money is not clean. His money is not clean, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Dangote said, okay, you're coming for me. Okay, game begin. Gloves off. Okay, let's put on our gloves, our fighting gloves. Aliko Dangote has given a Kaduna-based businessman, Kailani Mohammed, a 7-day ultimatum to retract a libelous publication made against him and his business or face, this is not $1 billion suit, 100 billion naira. 100 billion naira. So that was what happened. This man just the violence with this. I like the way this man is moving. Baba means business, so power wielding. Dangote has finally decided to pay more attention to any attack on his business or person. Reputation is the currency of the business world. This man is so brutal. Is he even worth the 100 billion to begin with? And Dangote on the para finish. Now I believe Dangote and Family Dollar are really friends. They are beginning to move the same way. Way to go. If you talk anyhow, you go collect anyhow. This useless man went on Trust TV to claim that Aliko Dangote during his early business days in 1980 in Port Harcourt, in Port Harcourt, engaged in unclean activities to amass wealth, all because he wants to defend allegedly Farouk Ahmed. If it does not retract that statement, Dangote should make sure he faces the 100 billion naira libel suit and follow it to the end. Nonsense. So apparently, the offer was made. Okay, the offer was made that either he retract or 100 billion. What we've been seeing for the most part on Nigerian social media content creator, all these guys, is 1 billion lawsuit, but Dangote has opted to 100. Okay, so as a result of that, this is now the retraction and the apology. So the guy found out that you don't play around. He found out that you don't play around. So the guy is now back to say, I'm sorry. Dangote, please don't sue me. I don't have 100 billion naira. I don't have 100 billion naira. How much am I even worth? So let's listen to his interview. And we just listen to it now.
Respect to the interview he granted us last week on the ongoing clash between Alhaji Aliko Dangote, President and CEO of Dangote Group, and the immediate past CEO of Nigeria Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed. Engineer Professor, welcome again.
It's a pleasure, Hamza. Nigerians, good evening.
Okay, last week
the tone has gone down, bro. The tone has gone down. It's not even... Okay, let's listen. Let's just listen.
And you made some statements which caused a lot of ruffles here and there. Now, where are you back?
I'm back here because I've been inundated with calls across the globe.
Wow.
On the statement I made, particularly on the issue of Port Harcourt. I was being attacked by some people on the social media. Well, I'm in Nigeria. I'm a senior citizen of this country. I worked for this country meritoriously for 35 years.
Okay. Well, thank you for your service, engineer professor with Baba Diarrhea.
And, you should check my antecedents.
Okay.
I've been a unionist. I've been an activist.
Okay.
I've been fighting for the rights of the people all along.
Fair enough.
I didn't mean to hurt Dangote.
Alhaji Aliko Dangote.
Alhaji Aliko Dangote or Dr. Aliko Dangote.
The guy they put doctor. That's put Dangote, bro.
I have nothing against him. I don't hate him.
Okay.
People tend to use the other part to denigrate me. But there are some things I said about his family that as a northerner, at least he brought a refinery that is larger in size, larger in production. In Africa, you don't have the type of that refinery. I said,
oh my God. What? Dude, didn't you know that his refinery is the number 3 in the world before coming to the show last few days to say, oh, the guy doesn't. Now the guy is planning to actually make it 1.4 million, okay, per, I think, liters per day, making it, and it's going to make it the largest in the world. And that's where we're focused on. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to achieve as a country.
Yeah.
Can you please allow us to listen to it? Yeah, I have to react to it, else I won't be able to do this on a long run. I'm sorry.
And that we're happy. So, I don't know what happened along the line after I left here, but I'm here to tell Nigerians,
okay,
this country belongs to all of us. We don't have any other country apart from Nigeria.
Yeah, okay.
And we must come together. Peace, love, unity.
Okay.
To move Nigeria forward. That's number 1. Number 2, Alhaji Aliko Dangote is supposed to be a brother. I grew up in Kano in the 60s.
Okay.
He and Farouk supposed to be my junior brothers. And from Koki to Mokorari, where I grew up, it's just about less than a kilometer. So I'm also, if you claim you are a Kano man, you are not more than Kano, more than me.
I'm Katsina man. So, engineer. Okay, well, address the issue specifically because let me ask this question.
Okay.
After the interview, he asked his lawyers to write to you.
Yes.
To make some clarifications or risk going to court, and then he's also asking for 100 billion damages. So he specifically made reference to what you said around Port Harcourt in the 80s. So what will you say on that?
Okay, I'm here to retract and give apologies.
Okay, yeah.
I'm concerned about the development that have followed my recent interview.
Before we go on, I got to pause there. So the guy actually wrote a statement, and he came to read that statement. Hi, Joy. Yeah, let's go.
On this station. And I sincerely regret that my comments have led to misunderstanding and to a situation where legal action is being contemplated. That was never my intention. To the extent that any part of my comment might have been misconstrued or may have caused distress or discomfort to Alhaji Aliko Dangote, I sincerely regret this, and hereby retract any such interpretation. I acknowledge and respect Dr. Dangote's standing and contribution to business and national development.
Good job.
Going forward, I commit to exercising greater care in my public communications and to promoting constructive engagement based on mutual respect.
Okay.
Finally, this apology and clarification are made in good faith and in the interest of peace. I remain open to any constructive process aimed at resolving this matter amicably. We are all Northerners, and I believe in the North we have cultures and norms. Now, when something of this nature happens, you resolve to not go into court. All you do is you make consultations and you plead, which I have just done now. The statement is hereby, as I said earlier, retracted, and an unreserved apology is hereby tendered.
All right.
The issue of the money you said about 100 billion.
Yes.
We are operating English laws here in Nigeria. A lawyer cannot assume to be a judge. A lawyer has the right to write for his client. But to issue damages, unless a competent court of jurisdiction.
And I think you have owned up and you have apologized. So there is no need.
So your sin has been forgiven. Again, I mean, I love constructive criticisms. On this show here, we go back and forth. We always, argue, not, in a very deranged manner, but in a very logical manner. People call me out at times when I say things that may not even be, factually correct, which we try to dig it out, consult and all that. So again, I mean, he's apologized, he's moved on. I don't know what
I think to go into the technicalities of that. We hope that what you said suffices and it will bring the whole matter to a close.
Thank you very much, Hansa. And I also want Nigerians, this country is ours. Let us be our brothers' keepers.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Kailani Mohammed, for coming to our studio to make this clarification. We hope to have you some other time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I won't be surprised if, you are all, Hemeka says you are all Northerners and not Nigerians. So, hi, Hemeka. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these guys, they know how to settle themselves. And again, I think it always works with them. They all know how to settle themselves. But people were not having it, right? People were not having it online. Look at this. Look at that. And it did trend a few hours ago where you see Kailani, right? A former oil executive had questioned on Trust TV how Dangote built his fortune in 1980 in Port Harcourt, implying unclean dealings amid talks on refinery fuel pricing battle. Dangote lawyer demanded a retraction within 7 days or face a 100 billion naira defamation suit. Kailani promptly apologized on the same show, expressing regret, pledging caution, and invoking northern cultural norms. I guess that's why Emeka said, you know what, these guys are all northerners, not Nigerians. I mark. And then, no lawsuit followed. Social media user noted the quick turnaround with quips like the fear of Aliko Dangote. Look at him. Yeah, I retract and apologize. He addresses the outrage over Dangote's comment. LMAO, last seen off, right? He thought Farouk that was accused he thought Farouk that was accused but couldn't say anything to date is a fool. Exactly. I mean, the fear of Dangote, okay. It's far more economical for engineer Kailani to withdraw his defamatory statement against Dangote. He has saved himself from billing by lawyer and endless court sessions. In libel case, you will know that freedom of expression is not free. Again, yeah, Dangote's legal step would have crippled him. Yeah, I retract and apologize. Yeah, again, that's that about that. I think they can always come, to a point of constructive criticism. I don't believe that we shouldn't criticize Dangote. I mean, it's fair to criticize him, but at the same time, be objective. And also put yourself in the context of the environment at which he's dealing. And then when there are real excesses, then we should call it out. And people do call out Dangote. Even he himself recognized that people call him out. They talk about him, his monopolistic tendencies, and they start asking them questions. Okay, why are people not doing all this stuff? Why are people not building other refineries? Why are they also not entering other business? We have different sugar businesses. We have different cement businesses that are actually producing and manufacturing in Nigeria. So again, it is what it is. And I think that the professor did himself well. Okay, by just, taking the normal road. I mean, I don't think this is an high road. He just took the normal road and then he apologized. And he says, Farouk Ahmed that is silent. He knows that this is fight to his watch. I like his watch. Okay, so I'm going to move on. And that's that about that. I think he found out. And he did find out that, you can't just go out and make claims. Now, that doesn't mean that possibly maybe something could have happened in 1980 in Port Harcourt. I don't know, but maybe it just got maybe it's a rumor, maybe it's a beer apologist and all that. People make a lot of beer apologists. I mean, there's been a lot of gist about Dangote. It's just normal when you are in that territory. But it is what it is. We also watched Seyi Makide's, media chat yesterday where, I mean, almost everybody is the problem of PDP except himself. But now you see people are now coming out to respond. This is another way of saying that, you make a claim, you have to back it up, and people can also come with counter claim. So Adedeji Doherty accuses Seyi Makide of causing crisis in the PDP. So again, I'm gonna just see if I can watch that his chat, and again, I'll have to pause. Okay, I have to react as we go on. That's just the way it works on YouTube. Else, I won't be able to do this for long. We have to repurpose the content. Let's just go on.
Brought it to the open. That has opened some kind of worms, if you will, as far as the conversation around the internal politics of the People's Democratic Party is concerned. They've lost so many governors since 2014, 2013. From the initial 5, they lost to the defection led by Rotimi Amechi and the rest of them. As at today, due to defection alone, not by election, they losing a seat. No, defection alone, we're counting close to maybe 12 to going on 15.
Yep.
And that is humongous. And
yep.
that speaks to the level of challenge the People's Democratic Party is facing. As a matter of fact, there are 2 parts now.
Yeah, again, talking about, let me just pause this and actually just give you up to speed. We did look at what has happened. The APC is now super majority in the House of Representatives, and I believe also in the Senate. All the governors in the South have defected to APC. Now, I'm not here trying to judge if it's the right thing or not. I'm just telling you this is the reality on ground. PDP is facing its own internal crisis. LP is facing its own internal crisis. ADC is facing its own internal crisis. Accord Party, which we just started talking about since the governor of Osun State decided to say, okay, I'm going to run using this party, now has a faction, another faction. So again, the state of the opposition party in Nigeria is in a very, very bad state. Okay. Let me just put it that way. I'm looking forward to 2026, seeing a possibility of some calm head coming together to say, you know what, we need to solve this problem. No matter what, it's not good for us as a country to have almost everybody moving over to the ruling party, either through pressure, either using other agencies like the EFCC and all that to pressure people. It just doesn't help the whole situation. That being said, I put the blame mostly on this opposition party.
Now, depending on who you're talking to, they will say there's only one part. Typical of politicians, everybody is claiming that they are the right leadership. But our job is to bring everybody to the table and ask them the questions we're meant to ask to them. Let me bring in my guest, the Deputy National Secretary of the National Caretaker Committee, Mr. Adedeji Doherty, joins us virtually. Mr. Doherty, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much, and good evening.
Mr. Doherty, on a lighter note, sometimes one of the most difficult things to do with the People's Democratic Party is designation. But I'm happy it's beginning to find a bit of shape. But tell us exactly, what is, if you want to describe, let's start generically now. If you want to describe the state of the People's Democratic Party, I don't think whether you are pro-Wike or pro-Makinde or pro-whatever it is you're pro-in, none of you should be happy at the state of your party, because some things that are not, I'm trying to manage my words here. Very disturbing development as far as your party is concerned has happened over the time. But if you are to describe what exactly is going on with your party, how would you describe it?
Well, thank you, and I'm happy to be on your channel again.
Let's move on.
Democratic Party for 20, 25, 26 years consistently, and you've not moved to any other party. Whatever is happening in the party today will definitely dampen your spirit. It will definitely be worrisome to you, and especially your political career. You understand? In a very short sentence, I would like to say that our party is trying to find its footing within the political space and within the history of democracy in Nigeria. And that's basically it. It is sad, but definitely as the foremost party, as one of the biggest party in the nation, as the custodians of democracy for 16, well, it is part of history. You understand? And I think as a party, we should be ready to take responsibility for our actions and inactions during this democratic, the history of democracy in Nigeria. That's basically it.
Mr. Doherty, if you ask others, they will say, Nyesom Wike, who is the leader of the group you belong to, permit me to use that word now, will say the other ones are the ones that want to destroy the party. They are saying that you, your group, are the ones that are hell-bent on bringing the PDP to its knees. In fact, by the revelation of Governor Makinde, by his own allegations or the claim he made, he said that Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, had said to the president, I will hold PDP for you. And it looks like those words are coming true if we're to go by what Seyi Makinde said. They said, your group are the ones hell-bent on making sure that the PDP does not succeed in 2027. Do you agree?
Well, with all due respect to the governor of Oyo State, I would like to just put on record that the governor of Oyo State is the person that is trying. I'm not even saying his group, because you have some good people that are in his group, but have been psychologically, they've been told a lot of lies that they probably believe the lies, but a lot of them are getting to see that Seyi Makinde is just a rabble-rouser. Now, let me say something. This is
my apologies, the use of language. Just hold on, sir, please.
Yeah, again, I'm not getting anything from this conversation, to be honest with you. I don't know if you guys want me to keep playing this. I'm not getting anything. Let me leave. When the moderator said he should tone down his language, tone down his language sums it up. Make being in the PDP and working for APC a concept of party loyalty. Please make it make sense, Oga. Yeah, again, I don't. People are just going after him. This is a dead story. Please don't bring him back. Yeah, the guy is not. I just did also a check on X to see like what's it talking about. Like, okay, who is this guy? He's a caretaker. Is part of the caretaker Wike's faction and all that. You cannot be in PDP and be actually sharing beds with Wike and Wike with APC, and Wike is finding out now that, you know what, that is move is going to backfire, and it's going to backfire spectacularly. I'm still waiting for how he intends to come out of, you know, the whole thing. Yeah, Governor Wike was shortchanged. At the end of the day, he still worked with the party up to the point where everything that was agreed was jettisoned. That's Adedeji Doate, PDP Deputy National Secretary, National Caretaker Committee, speaking on the PDP internal crisis. And then that's it. Who is this Adedeji Dohati on Channels TV? He's struggling to sound reasonable, but unfortunately, he was far from it. This is the Babs Ogudimi speaking. Do anti-party politics with your chest and stop this stuff you're blowing. Again, yeah, that's just it. I just hope that, you know, the PDP, again, people said I'm being biased, but again, I just hope that the PDP can get its acts together and, you know, just prepare for 2026. And I don't even know if they still stand a chance, except all the other political parties come together. That's the other oppositions now come together and all that. This is why PDP won't win 2027 presidential elections. I mean, it's looking more like it right now, again, because all the major players have actually moved on. But that's that about that. I'm going to leave that and just move on to other topics. We've seen this one. I'm just going to get rid of this. And let's see. We're going to move on. Okay, what's this? Is the U.S. spying on Nigeria? So there's this report that there were certain military jets seen actually within the geopolitical, within the Nigerian landmass. Let me see if I can actually react to this this story of
is the United States spying over Nigeria?
Of U.S. flights actually on the Nigerian airspace.
According to a new report by Reuters, the United States has been conducting intelligence gathering flights over large parts of Nigeria since late November. And the report cites flight tracking data as well as current and former U.S. officials. Exactly what information these flights are collecting remains unclear reportedly, but the data points to a sharp increase in security cooperation between Washington and the other side.
Okay, so let's just put it this way. There have been meetings between the Nigerian security personnel, or I would say appointees, and those of the United States. And because of what, you know, the president of the United States has said, that, you know what, you just got to control whatever happens in your territory, else we're going to come in to help you, you know, stop the high increase in the rate of terrorism. Now, that being said, this was cited. There could be question as to, you know, number one, possibly they were actually giving access to the Nigerian space to help, you know, map out a strategy to wipe out the terrorists.
Flights coming just days after U.S. President Donald Trump issued warnings to Nigeria, threatening possible military action over what he described as the country's failure to stop violence against Christian communities. The timing here is also very important. The surveillance operations coming only months after a U.S. pilot working for a missionary group was kidnapped in neighboring Niger. And now, according to December flight data, the aircraft used for these missions is operated by a U.S. defense contractor taking off from Ghana, flying across Nigerian airspace and returning to Accra. The operator is Mississippi-based Tenax Aerospace, reportedly a company that provides special mission aircraft and works closely with the U.S. military, reportedly.
Okay. So again, that's it, and I think that this is now being spoken about. U.S. conducts surveillance flight over Nigeria after Trump's military threat. We've seen that today. For those in denial, Grok can verify that America has in fact conducted a surveillance flight over Nigeria since late November. So they've actually been moving around since late November 2025. Again, when a foreign country is coming into your airspace and also trying to actually get to understand what the problems are, then, you know, they cannot just make some rash decisions. You've got to understand where the threats are. You've got to understand where these people are, what these people are doing, and all of those. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, that's that. Also, okay, let's look at this. Okay, I saw this 3 days ago. That's fine. Nigeria, I told you that Tinubu has cracked the code. Now America is sharing intelligence with Nigeria. No more threats of America coming to invade Nigeria, above all, the recent kidnapping business will soon be okay. This is an apologist of the current government in power. Okay, so since late November 2025, I've said that before. Okay, so that's the reality that we see right now. And then that's that about that. So if you see all this around, you just know that possibly it might be one of those U.S. Air flight insecurity. U.S. carries out surveillance flight over Nigeria. Okay, we'll see what happens. Now we'll see what happens with that one. And yeah, I'm just gonna move. I just wanted to actually note that. Let me see if there is actually any other thing that this person has to say.
Experts say the operation appears to be run from Accra, a known hub for U.S. military logistics in Africa. Analysts believe this could be an early sign that the U.S. is rebuilding its intelligence presence in the region after being forced to leave a major airbase in Niger last year.
Oh, okay.
As that country turned to Russia for security support.
Wow.
Former U.S. officials saying the missions likely include tracking the kidnapped American pilot and gathering intelligence on militant groups operating in Nigeria. These include Boko Haram and the Islamic State West Africa province. A current U.S. official confirmed the flights are taking place but declined to provide details, citing diplomatic sensitivity.
Yeah,
Washington, for that matter, says it is working
right?
with Nigeria to address the religious violence and the spread of terrorism. Nigeria, for its part, insisting the violence is complex and not targeted at any one religion, but has agreed to deepen security cooperation with the United States. The development also comes as Nigeria struggles with a growing security crisis, including mass kidnappings, deadly attacks on civilians, and a recent security emergency declared by the president. So the question still is, are these flights a sign that Washington is preparing for a much bigger role in West Africa? We'll have to wait and watch.
Yeah, it might be. It might be that they're also trying to get in and get something. They're not going to be running all those stuff. I mean, those flights won't be running themselves. There must be something also that they have to get from it. And that's it. There must be something that they have to get from it. Yeah, so I was just asking, was a U.S. pilot kidnapped in West Africa? Yes. An American missionary pilot named Kevin Rideout was kidnapped in West Africa. He was abducted from his home in a secured neighborhood in Niamey, the capital of Naija, a West African country, on October 21, 2025, by three unidentified armed men. Rideout, a 48-year-old husband and father, worked as a pilot for the U.S.-based evangelical organization Seven in Mission, flying personnel, equipment, and supplies across the region. As of late December, nearly 2 months, he remains missing, with no group claiming responsibility and no public ransom demands. Local sources and reports suggest the kidnappers may be linked to Islamist militant, possibly affiliated with Islamic State or Al-Qaeda, operating in Niger, Western Tilaberi region. The U.S. government has prioritized the case, and recent report indicates ongoing U.S. surveillance efforts in the region, partly aimed at locating him. The incidents highlight rising insecurity and kidnapping of foreigners in the Sahel region of West Africa amidst jihadist insurgency. Okay, so that's that about that. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But again, the security situation in Nigeria is still, it's still a challenge. I would say that. And again, I just don't like the way that has I don't like the way that has actually dragged for so long. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's that about that. We all know. Let me see. Okay. This popular person, Anita Joseph. Let me just move to some celebrating news right now. So Anita Joseph, I think she's an actress, right? I've come out to say, you know what? It's over. It's over. This is not me being Twitter. This Anita Joseph marriage is one of the celebrity marriage I want to see end. Why? For the sake of the man. Why? I used to be a fan and follow them on FB Live. The disrespectful words to the man in Igbo no be here when she wants to say something. Okay, fine. I think she also came out to release 1 or 2 statements. Okay, this is it. Let me see this. Allegedly, Okay, Anita Joseph. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they said she had a miscarriage and is still bad. Her husband, Mr. Fish, allegedly has a temper issue and constantly beats her. Allegedly, I don't know what if that's true or not, but that's what we've seen. Okay, what do we have here? Let me see. Okay, this is a video. Trying to say, my name is Anita Joseph. Actress Anita Joseph announces what? Oh, announces a breakup. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Joseph.
Hello, Master Sugar Bananas, Calvary Greetings. I hope you're having a very good day. I bring you good tidings. As much as your day hasn't gone the way you planned it to go, don't worry. God is on the throne. God is with you, okay? My name is Dr. Minister to Joseph Olagunju. I can't to Jake Mother Hank and Galapagos, take my second click up, look at Master Chudakot. It could catch on Echo, you can on the AK Queen of Content, Queen of Fragrance, aka Opmatuzwa, aka the finest and the most natural cover girl in Nollywood, aka Hi.
Who was this?
Anita Olagunju. If I don't do this one, they say you didn't do it. Or you come down on the AKA, the number one, the number two, the undisputed, the unbeatable, the unquenchable, the mother hen, the mother to the hen, the one that mother, their mother's mother. Shalom, I love you so much. Stay tuned. Shalom.
Okay, so again, nothing here, but just saying that, okay, this is who she is. Allegedly, this is the whole story. Okay, yeah, so that's just that. I don't have anything to add. But this is Nollywood actress Anita Joseph confirms the end of her marriage to her husband, MC Fish, right, or Mac Fish. I remember her dragging anyone against her marriage and all that. Let me see what this guy has to say.
Anita Joseph confirms the end of her marriage to her husband, MC Fish. You know, there have been speculations that her marriage has ended. It's actually quite obvious, honestly speaking, like, you know, the way she used to flaunt her husband, you know, post videos and everything just stopped. And I think there's nothing like her husband's pictures or videos on her page anymore. So it was quite obvious. And there's been speculations that her marriage has ended. And now she has finally confirmed it. And it is really, really sad, honestly speaking.
Okay.
This emotional post on her Instagram page, you know, confirming her marriage is over, calling a spade, my marriage is over.
Okay.
It is well, low. I wish her all the best.
Okay. Yeah, that's that about that. I don't know.
For this man, I just don't know. Something was actually off. But I wish her all the best.
Yeah, I mean that's a personal whatever. I'm not gonna dwell on that too much. It is what it is. And that's that. So Makinde, when he did his media chat yesterday, actually came out to say that he made $1 million when he was at the age of 27. So in December 23 media chat, Makinde recalled landing the 1997 mobile contract right after starting his engineering firm, using the story to highlight his business success over Wike's early political path. Wike's aide, Larry Olayinka, countered by posting 2015 and 2017 images of Makinde at a simple 2-room home in Ibadan, questioning how he stayed more than 17 years after the windfall. the back and forth underscore rising tension ahead of Oyo's 2027 election, with Makinde rejecting Tinubu's suggestion to lead the APC and vowing to protect PDP's control. So this is actually it. Seyi Makinde in 2027, when he returned to the PDP, person will be to get 1 million contract in 1997 and made 1 million profits. As at 2024, he was living in a 2-bedroom, low-cost house in Ikola by Ibadan. It was a 6-apartment built together. He owned one of the apartments. That's 14 years after he got a 1 million contract and made a 1 million profit from it. Those who know Chief Wale Oyelese resident will know this place where our 1997 receiver of 1 million contract was living before he built his present house in 2026 in Gomina Lamba in general. Okay, well, I don't know. This is okay. So Seyi Makinde in 2015, 18 years after he made 1 million. Look at the picture that this guy posted. Again, this is the state at which the political party PDP is in right now. It says Seyi Makinde has left the Wike WhatsApp group. If I talk with it in my mind, I feel find me come office. Again, first of all, where did he see this picture of my governor? Okay, yeah, it's simple. Collect the $1 million, start the execution of contract till another government comes in. They re-award the contract again to either you or another company. Voila, you've made $1 million without battling an high lead, not lifting a figure. Isn't this the reality on ground in Nigeria today? Yeah, I keep saying he made $1 million at the age of 27. And people are actually also, it's a back and forth. In some weekend nights, 2014, and in some weekend 2025. It looks more healthy in 2014 than 2025. I don't know about that. That's it. Makide's frustration is expected. He was once described as a quiet man. That's the governor of Oyo State, by the way, for to those who don't know, who fights his opponent without talking. His supporters sees this similar attribute as his most potent strength. So how come he now suddenly organized a World Press Conference, speaking for hours, revealing his strategy on how he intends to defeat his opposition in or before 2027? The quiet man is in pain. Yeah, maybe they've pushed him to the wall. Having pushed him to the wall, then he has to fight back. Okay, that's that about that. Kata Efe donates 20 million naira to Davido. So this is him here.
Jesus, I don't die, Davido, my God, this glad me out, Davido, the 20 million don't come. Police says, now go punish you because of 1 million. You carry my phone, go out. Jesus, I don't die.
Okay, so for those who don't know, so this guy is a popular Twitch streamer in Nigeria, and his stream has been doing well. I know it was temporarily suspended, so hopefully he's going to get access back to the stream sometimes, maybe in the future. And this is him. So Davido, who is one of the music stars in Nigeria, went to his live stream, I think a few days ago, and that also did boost his profile and his stream. And so that is it. I wish him the best as he spends. This is another gift here. I think I did speak about this in my previous stream. Tony Elumelu has gifted Charles Okocha, aka Mr. Phenomena, $50,000. That's around 73 million, and he couldn't contain his joy. So this is him here.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Cover the money. Jesus Christ.
Hi Shay, welcome to the show.
Elumelu came through like prophecy. Santa Elu. Let me see that money again.
Okay, so it was given $50,000 US.
Is it a joke? $50,000 US? Is it a joke? 50,000. Tony Lu. Encore 50K. Elumelu. 50K on the ground. Elumelu, I love you. We love you, Elumelu. See, listen. All my fans, I'm gonna answer you all day.
Answer you.
Just be ready. I'm showing love to all my fans.
Oh Lord.
50K from Elumelu. Tony, I love you. God bless you.
Elumelu.
We love you.
Oh Lord.
50K.
My goodness.
We love you. 50K. We love you.
So I think this is just a prop. This is not the real currency, I guess. This is just maybe it's this is just a prop for that. I think that's good. That's good. Okay, yeah, that's it about that. I mean, yeah, that's the season where we're in right now. And okay. Charles Okocha's reaction after UBS CEO Tony Elumelu surprised him with $50,000 stuffs. Okay, that's that about that. We also spoke about our favorite guy, Nonua, who by now we should know if the flood has started. Let me just know if the flood has started happening. Whoever is listening from Ghana, I know we get 1 or 2 people listening from Ghana. What's up with the flood? Have we seen the flood? This guy needs to be arrested. I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. Look at the guy. Look at him. I mean, whoever listens to this guy needs to be checked mentally because it doesn't just make sense. And we did an extensive, extensive watch of all his escapades. I mean, and then you had a lot of people, packing their stuff and going to the ark to escape the flood. Look at that. And it's quite unfortunate, this is the guy. Now, the twist in all of this saga was that the guy decided to actually get on a sponsored promotion. And he said, yeah, apparently the guy has actually been the guy has been making some funny stuff, doing some I would say social media appearances, saying that he saw a vision that the world is going to end by today, right, or tomorrow, depending on where you are at, and that he's building an ark and he's telling them that they should come and then stay in the ark so that they won't be destroyed by the flood. I would rather take a ticket on a boat on a Meridian cruise, okay, than to. I mean, it just shows, and you have a lot of people rushing in there. Now, apparently, the guy got some money from some sponsors and then said, you know what, should there be no flood? Okay, because what he saw only the day, December 25. He didn't see the year. But should there be no flood, that he is going to have a chill party. And he's going to have a party on the 26th and also on the 27th.
Noah, as I'm talking to you now, I'm here at SK Tower. Very soon, a big experience is coming on from the 24th to ending. Yeah,
the guy is saying that there's going to be a flood on the 25th, but if there's no flood, you guys should come for this other event. Apparently, the guy actually went ahead to buy a Benz worth $89,000. Now, I'm not sure if that's real, if that's a real amount. I'm not sure if he actually bought that or he rented it, but that's the story. That's what we're seeing online.
And still, I'm reminding you of the ark. 25th. If nothing happened, I will be here to have fun with SK Tower members. SK Tower experience. Don't miss 24th to New Year. God bless you. Ebonoa. God bless you. SK Tower experience. Come and have fun with Ebonoa. God bless you.
Oh, no, about time. Don't judge. Yeah, 25th is not over here. Yeah, it's not over until it's over, right? It's not over until it's over. Well, we'll wait for that. But I'm not judging. I'm just saying, hi, Kathy, welcome to the show. I'm just saying that, how the hell do you say that the world is going to be destroyed on the 25th and then you went to become a sponsor for SK Towers and you're telling them that if should the world not be destroyed, that they should come to chill. If nothing happens, no, I think they should arrest the guy. But apparently, let me see the Benz. The guy got a Benz. Now look at him coming out of the Benz. Let me see if I can still get that picture. These are the people actually going there. Look at them here. Look at them making their way to the ark. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Apparently, let me see. The guy got a Benz, right? I saw the Benz this earlier today. Okay. I'm gonna move on. Let me see. I'm gonna actually Enonua Benz. Let me see if I can see the Benz. Chacha Benzo. Look at him here. Look at the guy. If nothing happens, you should go to jail. Yeah, hi, Divine. Look at him. Look at him coming out of the Benz. Look at the guy. What the hell? Look at this guy. At least Gege wears boxers. At least. Not tattered clothes. Because his followers are mad. I'm telling you, man. 89. I don't know if the price is right. 89,000. I don't think this Benz worth 89,000 US dollars, but that was what was quoted, on the internet. It's just quite unfortunate, and that's where things are standing right now with respect to Ghana. It's just crazy. Yeah. So that's that about that. I just wanted to mention that. I see his clothes. Yeah, maybe that's his viral strategy. It might just be an hungry guy that feels like, what, instead of me dying, let me just do something crazy. And before you know it, the guy went viral. That's what people would do for virality. I mean, it's just unfortunate. Look at him here. He was even dancing to that song. I'm like, is this a prophet or what? Yeah, it's just crazy. Okay. So there's been some stories coming out from South Africa with respect to police corruption and the likes. Still kind of trying to look at it. Yeah, I think it's just content. But then again, if it's content, but people are taking him serious. People are taking him serious. And that's the problem. That's really the problem. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't know if I should listen to this guy, Charles Akpoki. He said the ex-wife of Chris Okafor called him and sped up the whole thing. Let me just see. Also Doris Ogala came to say that she came to share her experience, when she was in detention. For those who don't know, that's just the story between Doris Ogala and Chris Okafor. Apparently, Chris Okafor is now a married man. Okay, and Doris Ogala came out to say that Chris Okafor promised to marry her. Unfortunately, I think the pastor had other plans, but he's been out there, trying to, speak our own truth. Let me just put it mildly, and that's it. Let me just say
and consult other administrators of this channel.
Okay, let me see.
And all necessary measures she called.
Okay.
One thing that struck me was that she said that all that Doris is saying are true.
Okay.
And she said beyond what Doris has said.
Allegedly, though.
I said Chris Okafor's ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say first wife.
How many wives? I thought he only had one wife. So, I don't understand.
So I was not surprised to see a stepdaughter come out to make some allegations.
Okay.
I begged her not to speak out because her silence is her weapon. I begged her not to involve her 3 children.
Okay.
The one schooling in a private university, the one at home, the boy, and the one in Canada. I also resolved not to reveal what she has told me beyond what I've said here. We also resolved to keep a record of what was discussed.
Okay, so that means you're not telling us what she has said, and there's no need to listen to this.
Let me just University of Benin Teaching Hospital. Mm-hmm. In 1984,
okay.
Professor Scott Emwako confronted him. He's a mariner like me. We don't fear people. Confronted him with a matron pushing an empty trolley as if there were drugs. And Scott Emwako opened the trolley or something happened. He said, this trolley is empty. There are no drugs. And he was detained for 24 hours for embarrassing the president. I posted it. And I was called from Abuja that the president has heard what I am saying and that he will act. Mm-hmm. One of the requests I made was that Joe Igbokwe's 1 million man march must not take place, because that's how 1 million man march that they did in Abuja led to Niger Delta militancy. When people left the creeks and went there and saw what their oil money has been used for. Some of you
so now, because the 1 million man march, people who left the creek saw what their money has been used for, then they became more like radicalized. So then we should solve the problem. If that's the case, then we should solve the problem. You can't say people should not, march, or people should not go see what their administrator or their representative are doing. I just don't understand that line of argument.
Knowing me for the first time, I've been around. I've been a player in this game. I've been in the body of Christ for long.
Okay.
We cannot allow charlatans destroy the gospel that was handed over to us. If you come and insult me, foolish old man. Yes, I am a foolish old man, very foolish man. You're not the first person that has told me.
Okay, I'm gonna move on.
I behave childishly. Yes, I reason like a child. That's why I'm looking fresh and young.
I'm not kind of getting the old twist. Let me see if I can get Doris Ogala's chat after. I mean, I know that. Okay, just a second. Yeah, so we actually started discussing what happened. Doris Ogala was actually arrested, and she's come out to talk about her experience during detention. Please, what are you discussing? Welcome to the show. Let's just start with
me the strength, the ability.
So this is Doris Ogala speaking today about her experience, after her arrest. She was arrested last week, okay, and was put in jail and was released, I think, on Monday.
To come out and speak.
Why is she breathing heavily?
Goes to the Almighty God.
Okay.
Because without Him, I don't think I will be alive today.
Okay.
Without Him, I don't think I will be here talking.
Okay.
A lot happened to me.
A
lot is still happening to me. I'm trying to recover from it. I don't know if I will ever recover. I don't know if I will ever heal from this. I want to glorify the King of Glory, the Lord of...
Okay, what happened?
Lord, the mighty man in battle. The I am that I am.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward. Okay, I'm gonna move
forward.
Shuri
is someone I respect.
So Shuri came to her head when she was arrested. How can she be calling God after everything they did? Well, that's just that's the mystery when it comes to, God. I mean, if you call on Him and you really repent, He's going to answer you. That doesn't mean you're not going to maybe pay the price. That doesn't mean there's not going to be consequences. I think she's going through her own consequences and all that. But again, that's just it.
To high esteem.
Okay, so
very selfless person.
Okay.
Anytime, any day you call upon Him, He's ready to come and help people.
Oh, that's Showore, right? Okay.
He was the only person I reached out to.
Oh.
Immediately, he sent his lawyer, Marshall.
Okay.
Marshall came to the police station to secure my bail. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, but I want to know why she was arrested. Who did arrest her? Who laid a petition or a complaint? Or was it just the police that maybe went through some of the things she said or some tips and all that? We're still not getting the real story of what happened while she's in jail.
What was done to Marshall was inhuman. The way the police pounced on Marshall was inhuman.
She needs to come true of what happened to the baby that got missing at the church. Yeah, I mean, I just started, just looking into that. I'm not me investigating. Of course, I'm not. This is by first repentance after seeing wonders. Yeah, I mean, she repented after she got caught, right? Or after she got let down. Let me put it that way.
Marshall is a great lawyer. Marshall stood his grounds against all odds.
Okay.
Over 10 policemen pounced on Marshall, held him bound on ground, collected his phones.
Okay.
Marshall, You don't know me, you've never met me, you owe me nothing. I've never given you money, but you stood your ground. Like my brother. I appreciate so much. I want to proceed to thank my brother, very dark man.
Okay.
I least expected that you will come through for me.
Okay. I mean, you were trending, and very dark man's model is just to wade into anything that is trending. So again,
I least expected it.
Okay. But what happened?
Because I haven't been nice as well.
Oh. Okay.
I remember when you had issues with my friend.
Oh, okay.
I spoke bad of you. But irrespective of all I did, regardless of those things I said to you, you came through for me.
Sorry about
You followed me up. You called in the police station. You followed up. You were there from the beginning, from the moment you spoke to me. You didn't judge me.
Okay. You see, she's not ready to tell the truth. She's still beating about the bush instead of her to go straight to the point. You're asking. Yeah, she's not.
You told me. You let me understand that what I did was bad.
Okay.
I appreciate it and I took it in good faith. You're someone I will forever respect.
Okay.
People don't know you. Amidst all they see on social media, this is a kind-hearted person.
Try and let go. Forgiveness brings liberation. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
very soft-spoken.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Decisions. I respect you, VDM. I appreciate.
Okay.
I want to also thank everyone who came out, irrespective of what I've done, the mess I put myself in, which I'm not proud of. Everyone who came up, spoke out for me, my release. I want to thank every one of you.
Okay.
I appreciate so much.
Okay.
I take responsibility for all I've done.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Though everything I did was in the line of law, I reported to the police, EFCC, and I also got lawyers' guidance to be sure.
Yeah, because she was jilted. I mean, I don't even know how to place it because at the end of the day, I thought that if you've been doing all this, going down line, you should know that no reasonable man will want to actually go ahead and marry you. She exposed the atrocity because the pastor married another woman.
I was not going against the law, but I'm not proud of involving myself in such thing. And I pray God will forgive me, and I also pray that the humanity will forgive me.
Well, she's not going to say anything. Let me just move forward.
I want to hear, I want to listen, I want to know where it is heading, and I want to know the end of this table talk.
Oh,
the solution is ongoing at the moment. I am still in Lagos.
Okay, let me hear that again.
A lot is going on now.
Okay.
Talks is going on now.
Oh, okay.
Resolution is ongoing at the moment. I am still in Lagos. I am not back in Abuja.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear. I want to listen. I want to know where it is heading. And I want to know the end of this table talk.
Wow. So apparently, possibly they're saying that they should actually just resolve their differences and instead of this social media, at least with all this banter on social media, she's been able to get attention that she so needed right at the time. And yeah.
I'll come back.
Okay.
And I'll seek God's face. I'll ask God the next direction. What should I do? I'll ask for his wisdom. What should I do? Because at the moment, I don't know what to do. I have a lot I want to see. I have a lot I want to review.
Okay.
I have a lot I want the world to learn from this.
Ladies have gone through worse things, but let's go for peace to reign. Right? That is when vengeance speaks. Okay.
At the same time, I don't want to have anyone's blood in my hand.
What? What's she
this
talking
is
about?
What anyone thinks.
What?
I haven't said anything. What I just said online.
Wow.
It's nothing to what I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
Before my arrest.
Oh, okay.
I will leave everything to God. I will pray and seek his direction. Let him direct me on how best to go about it.
I guess she was prepping for the Mommy Gio's role before the whole thing went down.
I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid of going to jail. All I want is to speak my truth. And my truth, I will speak.
I struggle with all this my truth. There's nothing like my truth. It's the truth. I mean, the truth is the truth. There's not like your own personal truth, right? I don't know. Police need to prosecute all those involved in the atrocities. They made many people cry. Yeah, again, except you are able to figure out critical evidences on what was done against the law. You know, again, the police would not be able to do anything. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Ask God for wisdom. I wish her well. I mean, as she moves on in her stuff. Yeah, Christmas Eve, unfortunately, there is a suicide bombing that happened today on the 24th, you know, and killed 5 people in Maiduguri, or unalive 5 people in Maiduguri Mosque on Christmas Eve. I still don't know what this is all about. The attack, it's Jumat Mosque at Gamboru Market in Nigeria's Borno State capital around 6:10 p.m., killing 5 people and injuring 35 during Maghrib prayer. Police confirmed the toll with explosive teams sweeping for more devices as rescuers rushed victims to hospital. This just happened on the 24th, I would say today. No group claimed responsibility, though Boko Haram or its offshoot are suspected amid their long insurgency in that area. Nigerian leaders like former Senator Shehu Sani condemned the tragic and barbaric act as families grieve during the holy season. Wow. Christians in Nigeria, okay. Well, final reports on it when the mosques get... Okay, Christians in Nigeria getting endlessly beheaded, and the BBC finally reports on it only when a mosque gets blown up. Explosion 8 packed mosque in Nigeria. Wow, this is crazy. Many fear dead. Okay, this was Channels TV. Yeah. Bomb blast in a mosque. So this person, Abdul, says bomb blast in a mosque, but they remove mosque for the headline. Okay, now people are like, okay, well, now it's happened in a mosque. Are we trying to actually play even? I don't even understand what people are claiming to say. Oh, okay, fine. You see, we're telling you, but Tommy Robinson, New Era, this is a UK guy, you know, will tell you Muslims don't die in Nigeria. Pray for all Muslim and Christian affected by the atrocities that are happening. Yeah, but who are those committing the atrocities? They are extremists, Islamic extremists for the most part. Survivor of the devastating bomb blast at Gamburu Market, mosque in Maiduguri, Borno, are currently being taken to the hospital. I would not want to play that because just for viewer discretion. Yeah, so this just happened today. Quite unfortunate in Nigeria. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Possibly tomorrow we get more details about what. I don't know if anybody actually came out to claim responsibility as of now, but this is the reality. Another suicide bombing going off today. So again, I just saw that in the news. I said I should actually, you know, talk about it or mention that. Let me see if there's any other thing I want to talk about. Tinubu's government is a joke, according to Kenneth Okonkwo. Is reacting. Let me see this. Is actually reacting to Supreme Court ruling on Rivers State. This is 16 hours ago. Let me see. I may not listen to everything. I just want to listen to some of his thought on this. I mean, the guy is more of an actor than a political analyst, so you just want to put that at the back of your mind while he's actually coming out to speak.
It must be an unintentional act. The doubling down on your criminality means that it is an intentional act.
Okay.
To forge a document, and you now want to impose the forgery on Nigerians. That is unacceptable. The people of Rivers State, for instance, elected their governor, elected their House of Assembly members, and then the Supreme Court is saying the president has the power to remove them. Meaning,
this seems like an old news, right? I don't know.
First of all, say that it is very disheartening that in a nation like ours,
okay,
that the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces can append his signature on a forged document and wants to impose it on the people. You know, the sad thing about this government is the impunity that they display when an abnormality is noticed. A president who has any sense of shame would have immediately pulled that tax. Immediately there was a notification to him that the tax is forged.
So it's the current stuff.
Because forgery is a criminal offense. Honorable Abdul Samad Dasuki, PDP Sokoto, on the floor of the National Assembly, raised the alarm that the harmonized copy that I passed in this National Assembly is different from the gazetted copy. And another Honorable Mansour Soro, he said, the errors were not accidental or coincidental, they were intentional. Meaning there was an intentional act of criminality to forge a document and impose it on the people. So the mens rea has been proved. In other words, the intention of the forgers. Now, what are the differences? The whole idea of...
Okay, so he's talking about the tax stuff. I'm gonna move on. It's a 46-minute stuff. I won't be able to go through all. Let me just binge watch and see what happens.
And then they have the power now to go to your bank to seize your money in the bank. And they have...
Now, is that before there is actually a court case? You know, because I don't think that makes sense for you to just go in and, you know, just put a lien on someone's account without a due process.
The power to use your money to purportedly pay your tax without court order.
No, that doesn't.
In law, we call it garnishee proceeding. Without court, the tax authorities now have the power to prosecute and to be the judge. Now, when they do such things and you want to go to court, then the forged tax document, in other words, because it's not a law, it's not an act, it's forged. It cannot be an act. An act is passed when the National Assembly passes the act and the president assents to it. Any other alteration, even if it is a punctuation mark, is not the act passed by the National Assembly and is void. So you have obvious contradictions between the harmonized copy by the National Assembly and the forgery on Nigerians. That is unacceptable. That forged tax law should be pulled down immediately. It is illegal, it's unconstitutional, it's criminal. They cannot impose it on Nigerians.
Yeah, and again, we've gone through that. I think the what was gazetted actually gave more power to the executive branch compared to what was passed. Okay, and then also some material differences with respect to threshold and benchmarks was also involved. And but again, they said that they were going to do some reconciliation with respect to that.
Are you considering the fact that it has got to this point where it is already a law? Are you considering the fact?
No, it's not a law.
You're calling for it to be withdrawn at this point in time.
Yes, because one, it's not a law.
And you're thinking that Nigerians should be worried over this particular document.
You know, the extent of the disregard for rule of law of Tinubu's government has become so high that I don't think Nigerians are even surprised. The rule of law, this is a government, sorry to say it. You know, one human rights activist said that this government is the government of criminality. And the police is hounding him around.
Well, that's sure.
But they have proved him right. Because the president appended his signature.
Yeah, that's sure, right? Sure is facing so much legal case right now as a result of that.
On a forged document. And rather than shamefully and apologetically pulling it, they are even considering
that's a weighty
implementing it.
Allegation.
Now,
substantiated.
No, what else am I substantiating? Am I a member of National Assembly?
Yeah, again, that's that. Let's see.
A member of the National Assembly came out on the floor of National Assembly and said that the copy that he passed as a member of National Assembly is different from the gazetted copy. That is the forged copy. So what else do I need to prove? They are the ones who made the law. They know the contents of their law. And has the government disclaimed it? No. Has there been any serious talk that it was not altered? I even heard Mr. Taiwo, the chairman of the tax reform, he said, and it's laughable, because he said, yes, if there are alterations, they can go ahead and implement the other ones until the alterations are sorted out. So that's a subtle admission that the document is forged. Okay. Sorry, you don't do like that.
Okay, yeah, that's that. I'm just gonna move on. With respect to this,
discretion to determine the extraordinary measures to take in a state of emergency, and then in their own interpretation, if the president decides that he will remove the elected representative, then that is his discretion. If he does not decide
so he's addressing the Supreme Court ruling on Fubara Wike, the Fubara removal by President Tinubu.
He will remove the elected representative. That is his discretion. So he said it depends on the situation. But all in all, they gave him that power. And they came under discretionary powers, which is against the rule of law. Rule of law excludes wide discretionary powers. Rule of law is the absolute predominance of the ordinary law.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I think my own point with respect to Fubara, Wike, and Tinubu was that I think Tinubu saw an opening and he did exploit that opening. That's my own take. I think he did exploit that opening to be able to actually further his own political agenda. Because what we were told was that there were possibilities of violence happening if the governor was removed. But there was actually no major evidence backing that. Now, you could say possibly there was security reports and the likes, but that was just that. So I think Tinubu actually played a smart one on everybody. Now, Fubara that was removed had come out to say, you know what, that was the best thing that happened to him. So again, I mean, I kind of agree with Kenneth Okonkwo's analysis here that the president don't have that broad power to just remove a governor, because as the governor was actually elected, so was the president elected. Except in rare situations.
Supremacy of the ordinary law as opposed to the influence of arbitrary power, and excludes arbitrariness, excludes prerogative powers, excludes wide discretionary powers. So when you want to be a judge, what you be at the back of your mind, if you want to uphold the rule of law, is to exclude, even if there is vagueness in the interpretation of the law. Your mind will be, what will be that interpretation that will exclude discretionary powers? Because rule of law is that everything should be done according to the law. Rule of law is that if a statute prescribes a particular way of doing things, no other way is allowed.
Yeah, and that's also very important. Hi, Suma.
There is no place in the Constitution where they said that the president has the power to remove elected representatives of the people. In the Constitution, the way governors and the National Assembly members are elected and removed is there. Section 170.
Yeah, and again, that's what is actually pinning Wike, because Wike was actually almost having, the governorship position on a quiver, on a platter of gold rather, when he was able to get his own block, and they were actually moving on to impeach this guy. And again, Tinubu came in, saved the day for Fubara, and then that automatically weakened Wike. And Wike is now finding out that you cannot dine with the opposition okay, with your own opposition or the ruling party as an opposition, and think that your own priority will actually be the order of the day. So now I think Wike himself now understands that, you know what, he has a very long way and a long rope to pull. And that's the reality.
Section 179, Section 188, Section 189, Section 191. Section 191 said the post of the governor can only be vacant if there is a case of death, resignation, impeachment, permanent incapacity, or removal in accordance with Section 188 or 189. So none of this gives the president the power to remove the elected representatives. They only can come by election. That's why I say 178, 179. The people of Rivers State, for instance, elected their governor, elected their House of Assembly members. And then the Supreme Court is saying the president has the power to remove them. Meaning the danger is that the president can remove the 36 state governors by declaring the state of emergency throughout Nigeria. And say
yeah, because you also need to know what's the basis for that.
Rule with his son, Shei, with his daughter, Iyaloja, and with the wife.
Okay, I'm going to move on.
So
yeah,
nobody will contest the election. No serious candidate will contest the election under PDP, because you may just be wasting your time and resources.
Yeah, it's
before
over.
Any form is given to INEC. It has to be signed by the national chairman and the national secretary. The national secretary of PDP belongs to the faction that say you should not produce a presidential candidate. Wike has said it. The PDP should not produce a presidential candidate. So the national chairman now, the court say you should not proceed for the Ibadan Convention. And they went and did the Ibadan Convention. So if you ask me who is the chairman of PDP, I say I don't know. And sincerely, I don't. And if the INEC chairman does not know, then who am I to know?
Interesting situation we found ourselves.
Is dead. PDP is dead.
Wow.
Effectively.
Your party.
Even Wike said they call him Undertaker. It was fascinating.
And it's quite painful that, you know what, it was obvious that it was actually going to get to this point, because there was nobody willing to shoot the sword or to actually, you know, just talk sense to each other's mind, right?
Don't bury it. So the only thing remaining here. But what I'm begging them is to give PDP a befitting burial.
Your party, the ADC,
yes,
has accused the ruling APC government, you know, of using the EFCC against opposition members, I mean, opposition parties.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on this?
It's a very straightforward thing. It is purely a fact.
Are there examples of?
Let me ask. Malami was the minister, the Attorney General of the Federation under Buhari. Buhari handed over power May 29th, 2023. Where were this government? I am not saying anybody who undertakes anything that is against the law, that person should not be taken. No, why not? How come it is only when Malami showed his face in ADC unveiling, that's when they remembered that he should come and answer for EFCs? Let me ask, the humanitarian minister, that paid flights, commercial flights for people from Abuja to Kogi, when there is no airport in Kogi, please, what have they done to her? She was removed from her office, meaning there is reasonable suspicion she has misconducted herself. That's the only reason that she could have been removed. So EFCC invited her, interrogated her. Have you heard she has been prosecuted? Now, you went to Delta State. They were arresting people then every week. They will arrest one person. They arrested Okowa. And they investigated him. They say he has a case to answer. After they declared for APC, have you heard about the case again?
Yeah, and that's the same thing with Akpabio too, right? Akpabio was under some EFCC stuff, and then he actually decamped, and then now he's the Senate president. allegedly, I don't know if it wasn't tried, and that's the problem that we have. So again, that also makes the PDP and all these other political party to be in a makes them to be in a very, very tight corner, because is that how you play opposition and then they look into everything as it relates to you, or you play balls and decamp. And most of them, given that most of them are also not clean, they always choose to decamp to the ruling party to at least avoid the harassment that comes with going against the party of the day.
Even in Gige, that is APC person, they have arrested him because certain of his comments is like showing that they should remove the hand of the monkey from the soup because it looks like the hand of an individual. Immediately, that's going that they arrested him. So you could see selective justice. You could see political intimidation. You could see selective persecution of the opposition leaders. So what we are saying is that rule of law means equal subjection of all classes, equal subjection of all classes of the people to the law administered by the courts.
Yeah, there's no equality. I mean, that I can say. Yeah, that's true. I'm from Warri, Delta State. Here, and I base here also. I didn't really hear about that Okowa issue again, and it's kind of surprising. Yeah, that's what happens when you start subjecting yourself to their will, and then everything, all those things go away, and that's what they've been doing. Unfortunately, that's the reality.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. So the issue here is that they are picking the opposition leaders for selective justice to dissuade other people,
from rising up,
joining the opposition parties, sending a message that once you join, your sins will be remembered and punished, if any. But when you join APC, your sins are forgiven. An APC stalwart did it. You saw how an APC stalwart went to the airport and blocked airport. The Minister of Aviation said it was wrong. Were they prosecuted? Was he prosecuted?
What's that? Oh,
you saw how
that's Kwam 1. That's the guy that is now fighting for the Awujale stuff. Although I learned that he has withdrawn from the race. Now, finally, he has withdrawn from the race. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was trying to gain.
When the musician of APC misconducted himself, they said they would rather give him ambassador. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was messed up.
So,
yeah,
please, when it comes to rule of law, I told you, Tinubu's government is a stranger to it. So there is absolute selective justice against the opposition leaders. But you know what? That will not save Tinubu and his government.
I still don't know. I mean, I still think that, again, in terms of structure and all that, but we'll see what happens. That APC still has, all the governors in the South are now with APC. ABGA in Anambra State is kind of aligned with APC. The Southwest, you still have the structure there. The North is kind of divided. I know Southeast can go for APC. I know Southeast would never. And, well, I don't know, but I know they would never go for APC. But we'll see what happens, right?
Because they are the ones that need to be in the prison, not in the presidency. People who forge laws are supposed to be in the prison. People who send our men in uniform to die illegally, fighting for another country. When we have insecurity problems in our country, they are supposed to be in prison. People who will disobey Supreme Court judgments, even 1 year after it was.
Yeah, probably not winning Senate election, not talk of corruption case against him. After his tenure as a Akwa governor, most people in the APC have one case or the other hanging on their neck. Yeah, almost all these politicians do have case, and I think they also, and also APC also, they all have cases, and they only just use it when it's needed and when it's convenient, right? So like the case of Ngige that we saw just a few days ago, I think it was time for them to actually make this guy to sit up and align, to the agenda. So they just kind of they'll use the FCC to ruffle you a little bit, and then once they see that you've now been re-educated, and you now understand the implication of you not, submitting or subjecting yourself to the caprices of those that are in charge, they can actually further drill you on. And again, that's just the reality. Almost all of them, at every level, do have one or two cases against them. Yeah.
Delivered. That's contempt of court. They're supposed to be in prison, not in the presidency. People who are spending money that is not appropriated by the National Assembly, they're supposed to be in prison, not in the presidency. The people who are supposed to be in the prison are the people in the presidency. And that is why Nigeria is being treated like a criminal group from world leaders. You heard one leader say he's going to come gun blazing. It's because he believes that he's dealing with people with criminal mind, not administrative mind. It's very unfortunate.
Many people have said that the APC is a threat to democracy in Nigeria.
Yeah.
On some levels.
APC is an existential threat to Nigerian democracy. You saw what happened in 2023 with technical glitch. People no longer believe that their votes will count.
So I think they've been able to say that, okay, come 2027, there will be an upload. IREV and Beavers will work as intended. We'll be waiting. We'll see what happens. But at the same time, I also want the opposition to not relent. I mean, I was not happy with the showing that, they brought to the tribunal. They were not able to actually bring alternative stuff, even though INEC should have actually been able to allow them to actually inspect the materials they requested for. But at the same time, there was no concrete stuff coming from the opposition party to actually contest the winnings of Tinubu at that time. And we did. I mean, I at least I watched some of those. Sorry, I actually followed, not watched, but I did follow some of those proceedings and all that.
You saw how results were not electronically transmitted from the polling unit.
Yeah.
And you saw how the imprimatur of the court was used to legitimize that illegality. And now, when Tinubu now assumed power, in 2023, you had three parties, PDP, LP, and APC, that struggled for the post of the president. And each one of them got 12 states. And you had the NMPP that had one state. Where is PDP and LP? They are dead. Because of the champatos leadership style of Tinubu. Champati in law means a third party instigating disputes among two parties in order to take the gain of it. You heard when Tinubu said and boasted that, I would enjoy them to kill themselves. Allow them to kill themselves now. Why are you killing them through your own surrogates?
And again, there's been a lot of interference by the ruling party into all this opposition. But again, that being said, I think also the opposition have not been able to keep their house in order. You have to ensure that all the lions, all these other individuals, all these enemies of your parties don't have an inroad. So the fact that they are able to even have an inroad and dictate, the direction of your party, in itself is a failure, of the opposition. Again, even though the ruling party is actually wading into that affairs, and I know that they are also trying to actually disorient the oppositions, like all of them. But again, I'm saying that you should have been able to fight back, because being an opposition also entails you being able to hold down your own position. Okay.
Wike is working for you as a minister. So you are the one who is killing PDP using your minister. I just hope Wike does not end up killing himself, as in politically, because that would be political suicide.
I think he's almost there. I don't know what he can do right now, because I think his political stock just went down the moment Fubara defected to APC. So we're still waiting. He's not been given his media chat anymore. We'll see what happens. I think they've been trying to calm him down and actually, nip him in the bud.
Wike said one political mistake he regretted was when he said he brought Ahmadu Sharif to be the PDP chairman. He said he regrets it in his life. I just pray for him that this should not be the second mistake he will regret all through his life, because that will be political suicide.
I think he's going to regret it.
So the issue is that APC is an existential threat. One, they don't have respect for separation of powers. You just saw how they forged the tax law to remove the powers of the National Assembly and the powers of the court in order to expand the powers of the executive.
And unfortunately, Akpabio is a rubber stamp,
That is an existential threat to democracy. Because when there is no separation of power, there will not be checks and balances. You can see how they went to court. You can see how the court now says the president has discretion to remove elected representatives of the people. That is existential threat to democracy. So, a party that does not guarantee free, fair, credible election, that will technically glitch your election in order to announce the result in the cloak of darkness, is a threat to democracy. A party that is destroying opposition political parties and selectively punishing opposition leaders in order to render opposition to it ineffective is a threat to democracy.
Okay.
A party that does not respect rule of law, I've shown you the illegalities in terms of rule of law, is a threat to democracy. There has not been any party in Nigeria or any president that has constituted himself a threat to democracy like this government and like this president.
Wow.
Where you have up to 6 cabals that are using straw.
Yeah, so the 6th cabal was Charles Omole, I believe, assumption or submission. Charles Omole is the guy that wrote the book with respect to Buhari, right? Saying is now that was a statement. I don't know if that's true, but again, that's just the reference to that.
And suck our national resources. Drinking in like children drink their mother.
And in terms of the cabals, he said Sheyi Tinubu is a cabal, Remi Tinubu is a cabal, Femi Gbajabimila is a cabal. Tinubu himself is another sect of cabal. I've forgotten the last one, but yeah, I did said a lot of cabals in charge. That Tinubu himself is also part of the cabal. Well, that's his assumption, though.
Our national word, okay. I have not seen a thing like that in my life. I just hope that the calcium that is in the mother of a child does not finish due to the too many mouths sucking the breast. Because when the calcium finishes, the bones will collapse. The bones are the anatomical structure that holds the human beings. This government with its cabals are sucking this nation dry. And I just hope they don't suck us to death.
Any remedy to the situation we found ourselves in the country?
Vote them out.
Yeah, but again, I don't know how it's doable, but it's going to be like, we only have 1 year, 2026. And not even a full 2026. By June 2026, everybody, all these parties should be able to we should know what's going to happen. They're only copying their masters, USA. Rule of law is gone. I think Tinubu's camp will not throw Wike out yet because they would like to use him to win Abuja. Yeah, they're not going to throw him out yet. But once Tinubu's second term is over, I think there will be a serious problem. And again, they won't throw him out, but but he's going to have a problem when it comes to 2027 elections in River State, because he would actually want to keep River State in PDP, and I don't know how that would work. And that's why I think that they're trying to nick up Wike. Wike does not really have a problem at the federal level. The problem I'm thinking Wike would have is at the state level. But again, never say never. I don't know what's going to happen. If Wike can pull River State through and win that, then that might be a good one. But I'm not so sure with the way things are right now if we'll be able to do that. Yeah, they're only copying their master USA. Rule of law is gone. Tinubu will want to install his stooge in Rivers, or when it's gone. Yeah, when it's gone, I think he would be much more interested in installing someone. Just the way he's been ruling Lagos, right? He would want to do that. And in Rivers, he would also want his person, to win. But I don't know what they're going to trade. I don't know the trade-off they're going to make for Rivers State.
Nigerians now should understand that this government does not have respect to their votes. So they must factor in the fact that they will vote and defend their votes. No government.
So what I expect him to give us here, which maybe is going to make it known in the future, is how do you do that? How do you work to defend your vote?
Is superior to the people. How many are the politicians? They're up to 5,000.
That number, do you know why I laughed? That's the same number they are saying that all the bandits put together in Nigeria, they're not just, they're around 4,500. That's a funny similarity though.
So we cannot be silent this time. Nigerians should vote them out and insist that their votes should count. No amount of beautiful laws can guarantee you assurance that there will be no rigging. It is eternal vigilance of the people that is the protection for democracy. There cannot be any alternative to eternal vigilance. So the price you pay for liberty, for democracy, is eternal vigilance. And when you're dealing with all these cabals, you have to be vigilant. In 2027, there is only one remedy. Vote APC, vote Tinubu, vote the cabals that are sucking us dry. Vote them out.
Yeah, that was interesting. I just like listening to him. He tries to dramatize his interview. Let's face it, IDB says Tinubu has no rival at the moment. He's not scared or worried about anybody in Nigeria. I think the guy put politics first, and he tried to, he did put every other thing secondary. And right now, and I agree with you perfectly, because that's the reality, except you don't know about Nigerian politics. And even global politics too. There's a reason why the two-party system always tend to work. Hi Langton, hi John, hi Sammy. And that's just the reality. That's just the reality. I hope that people can, especially at the state level. And that was what I did say this yesterday, because someone was saying that, that how come you're saying that Tinubu is doing this, Tinubu is doing that? Is it not his right to do, or is it not is the politics right? Why wouldn't he? Okay, is it a crime for him to wade into opposition's party and destroy the party, or make sure that there is an internal crisis in the party? I said, well, it's not a crime, but the problem is this, that the way you look at this, you're not looking at it from the presidential level. You should also look at it from also the state level. That what he's doing right now, the pressure is actually is asserting from the top. It's not just only affecting the federal levels, it's also going to be affecting the state, because now these governors that we should also be putting so much effort to look at what they do. We just believe that once I can actually move to APC, there is no need for accountability to anybody. Kenneth Okonkwo is with Atiku right now. He left Peter Obi because he had, a back and forth with Peter Obi, the way Peter Obi handled the internal crisis with the various factions. He felt like Peter Obi was not too assertive enough, and that Peter Obi was just too, how will I put it, forgiving, or just too trusting of these people who came to sabotage the party, which I kind of agree with him in a sense, but again, I don't know. I think Peter Obi is not a party person. He's not a party person. He doesn't sit down to say, let's build this political party. He believes that if I have this good intention for people, then people should automatically vote for me. But Nigeria's situation is quite different. People vote based on various lines. And again, the machinery also tries to manipulate people to vote or actually do their works based on some different rationales and reasoning. Kenneth was angry that Pio is not a thug. Yeah, he was saying it. That he has to be street guy, right? Like you can't just fight these people with you being a good man. But again, it is what it is. Yeah, so that's that about that. Let me see. I think now
let's begin.
Okay, K1 has withdrawn from the Ojale race. I'm not gonna go into that one. I think it's just what it is. Yeah, thanks. I think Chris was the one that mentioned yesterday that this guy has been released. The guy that was on a mother the mother role. Right, I believe that
Mosque Governor Amadou Umar Fintiri granting a pardon to Sunday Jackson, who was sentenced to death. So you can find that on page 6 of the leadership.
Yeah, that's the guy. The guy was defending himself. I think he did build some more muscles, or is it tricep or bicep, whatever they call it, while he was in prison. And I think the suggestion yesterday was that the guy should just seek asylum. He should just move out of that country. Knowing Atiku very well. Why should I believe Kenneth by accepting Atiku over Tinubu? Yeah, that's a very good question. I mean, I think that it felt like Tinubu is not is a no-no. I still don't know, how. Again, to be honest with you, I'm maybe I'm not able to answer your question. I saw someone said, agreeing on Nigeria has been defeated when tribe is visibly introduced, though intentionally introduced. Yeah, I agree with you. Someone said, well, Trump can actually kick him out. I'm not sure Trump wants to get himself involved in our local politics. I'm not so sure. I think they're trying to do everything by the book. I mean, we saw the surveillance jet or the aircraft, the military aircraft that actually is now surveilling the Nigerian airspace. It's going to be difficult because, again, if you want to push Tinubu out, you have to look at the current structure that is actually on ground. This guy has most of the parties. Okay, 26 as of the last count out of 36. It becomes a little bit more difficult. It becomes a little bit more difficult, and so this guy has been freed. He's no longer on the death row and all that. Let me see if I have. I think I'm kind of a little bit trying to just clock off right now, and that's it. And again, I think Kenneth Okonkwo made his Sylvester. I think Kenneth Okonkwo made his stuff, known, and his displeasure known about the obedient movement and Peter Obi. But that being said, I think he went ahead to also kind of insult the obedient movement, whatever that means. Again, that's his opinion. Sunday Jackson case was debated in Congress. Yeah, I remembered when I was watching it that somebody actually brought his case up. And it brought his case up. Again, I think they also brought the case of Nnamdi Kanu up also. Because Nnamdi Kanu's sentencing was around that same time. And they did talk about it. Tinubu was ordered to release him. Oh, yeah. I think I heard something to that effect also, that was part of the negotiation that they made. Again, that's how that Kenneth fell out with Obi when he wanted Obi to rent a duplex for him in Abuja, but Obi opted for a flat, and that made him jump to Atiku's car. Really? I don't believe this. Really? I thought he was doing this for the betterment of the country. Why would Obi rent a duplex for him? For what? Obi opted for a flat, and that made him jump to Atiku's car, and was rewarded with a duplex. Wow. Wow. So all the ventilating that is doing here, there is actually some money is moving. Let me see if there's anything. Okay. PDP zonal South zonal secretary says FCT minister Nyesom Wike never impose any condition that the party should not field a presidential candidate. Added that an alliance with APC would serve the PDP's interest. Look, wow, ahead of 2031. What is this? What is this? What is this guy talking about?
Every conversation they had with the national leader of our party, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, where in that committee report is this stated that Wike gave a condition that the party must not field presidential candidate? You see, these people tell lies as if
so you are saying categorically. Please hold on. You are saying categorically that the FCT minister is not working in the interest of Mr. President to destroy the PDP ahead of 2027. Is that what you are saying?
Can you excuse me, please? Khalid said Minister Wike gave condition that the PDP must not field presidential candidate. That he told the BOT committee. I am now telling you that I have sent you that report, and the committee highlighted their conversation with Minister Wike, and I'm telling you that there is no place in that report where Minister Wike gave any such condition. That is by the way. Now, Governor Sheyi said Minister Wike told the president that I will hold the PDP for you for 2027. Did Minister Wike tell the president that I will destroy the PDP for you?
So
he didn't say so. Politics is interest.
What is this guy talking about? What is he talking about? What does it mean I would destroy, I will hold PDP? No matter what are you saying? If someone is saying that I will hold the PDP for you for 2027, I mean, PDP should be an opposition. Yeah. So again, if you believe Kenneth is working for the good of the country, you better think again. I mean, I'm not a fan of him. I think he was a supporter of Tinubu for a very long haul. Before he fell out and then, went to support. I don't know much about his story, to be honest with you. But the guy just, the way he talks, I just like the way he dramatizes. A lot of times also, I don't agree with most of the things he says. I mean, a lot of the things, not most, a lot of the things he says. But again, why is Kenneth renting anything in Abuja? I mean, I don't know. It's just, this is just like a statement that we just got to know about. Again, most of these people also, they have to just move with the highest bidder. They have to pay the bills and the likes. That's what it is. Hi, Clement. Welcome. Again, I don't understand what this guy is saying. Old PDP for Tinubu is not destroy PDP for Tinubu. Then what does that mean?
So what so according to you, what does hold mean? You said destroy is not the word. So when someone says they will hold the PDP, what was the minister? What do you think the minister was inferring?
Yes, because politics is interest. Politics is interest.
You have not answered the question. I want you to come out explicitly. Politics is interest. We all know. But when they use the word hold, I would hold the PDP for you ahead of 2027. What does it mean? For Nigerians to understand.
I will give you an instance. In 2023, because of impunity of some of our leaders, and Governor Sheyi Makinde admitted to this fact in his media chat, that some of us had an alliance with another party, which produced President Tinubu. Alliances are normal in politics. You can build alliance. Politics is interest.
You build alliance against your political party. So that means there's no ideology, there is nothing, right? Because if you can build alliance, then okay, then you don't even need to actually move from your party. Why are all these people moving away from their party, moving to APC if they can just build alliance in quotes? I mean, these are the people making decisions, bro.
Sorry, please hold on. Maybe I should rephrase my question. You keep saying politics is interest. So in whose interest? Please listen. In whose interest is this hold? In whose interest? Is it in the interest of the PDP or in the interest of Mr. President? Or in the interest of the Minister of the FCT?
Do you agree that politics
I agree politics is interest game? Yes, I agree.
No, do you agree?
But whose interest is this?
Fine. So if politics is interest-based, do you also agree that for a political party as big as PDP or any other political party, all members must not have the same interest? Do you agree? Do you agree?
Mr. George, you still have not answered my question. I'm asking, please, in whose interest? So that we can move on. In whose interest is this? Is it in the interest of the People's Democratic Party? Is it to place it at a vantage point ahead of 2027? Or is it in the interest of Mr. President to secure a second term? I'm coming up being straight with you here.
It is always in the overall interest of the PDP. Wow. It is always in the overall interest of the PDP. If I, as a PDP member, if I know that my party cannot put a good fight in 2027, what stops me from building alliance ahead of 2031?
So in other words, the interest is to build an alliance with Mr. President so he seeks a second.
Yeah, but again, when this guy is missing a major point, ideology na money na belle ideology. Yeah, I mean in reference to Kenneth Okuku, this guy is missing a point. Building an alliance with another party, okay, is what political parties do, and that is done at the party level, not a sub-party member, not 5 people within a party going to another political party to say, oh, because there's a problem within our party, we didn't agree with the way things were, we're going to go out and then support them. It should have been, oh no, okay, PDP at the general level is going to support these guys. That was not what Wike did. Okay, Wike actually went against the party. Now you might say it's justified because it wasn't treated well and all that, but that's not the discussion. The discussion is how would group of individuals within a party just decide to say, oh, we're actually removing our support and then we're going to give it to these guys. Meanwhile, you have that same party having presidential candidates, having their own offices to run. It doesn't make sense.
If the PDP is going to have a woeful outing in 2027 that will lead to our permanent death as a party, right? And I know that we can build an alliance that can give us breath of life to survive and be strong in 2031. Why can't I pursue that cause in the interest of the party?
No, the problem with you pushing that cause now is because you actually did work to destroy the party in 2023. And there were some people in that party during that 2023 elections that were against the actions that Wike took with respect to, joining himself with the Tinubu's ticket. And the other, not just Wike alone, but the other 4 governors, they call themselves the G5. So now, for you to now kind of postulate that, I mean, you should even read between the lines. Now, Wike's support for Tinubu is kind of backfiring at the moment.
Why should I not? Is it not my right? So what happens is that because Minister Wike says I will support Mr. President, does not now give you the right to travel on impunity and do unlawful things because you want to outsmart Minister Wike. What you need to do is to provide a level playing field and everybody will test their capacity.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I don't even know what. I don't even know what to say. Tinubu's administration being calm when America evoked a threat to Nigeria was strategic. That calmness was a good strategy despite the debate that came with it. This led to sending a high delegation to explain the situation to America, and it's yielded an understanding. Okay. I don't know. I want to listen to that. Let me just see. Again, that's just it. Let me just see if there's any other thing kind of trending on X or any other place. If not, then we're just gonna move on. Yeah. I'll call it a day rather. Obedience, are you ready? Is it right?
Was that you would have insisted that our refineries work and fuel refined product produced to the self-sufficiency level and we start exporting, and that will make him to stop paying the subsidy, not remove.
What Wike did in PDP, whether seen as good or bad, will lead to a heavy distrust in most major parties, as it might lead to introduction of oaths taken by some prominent party member. Yeah, I mean, there's already an internal, and I don't want to, keep bashing PDP, but there is a serious distrust actually. Right now, and not just distrust also just within the party. There's also the distrust from the north with respect to the role that actually Wiki played. Now, that might be possibly seen as good to ensure that, you know, the power move to the south. But again, be as it may, I don't think that, you know, the northern wing of that party is actually happy with Wiki. And that's my thought, though.
We need to punish the people. Now, P2B wouldn't be going.
But again, if they sorry that I had to pause that. If they have to even take a oath, I mean, these politicians, they can take anything when they need anything. They can take oath and still, you know, and still say, okay, fine, nothing. You know, yeah, I took the oath. I'm no longer, I untake the oath now.
In a convoy of 100 vehicles, paying 100 drivers for each of those cars, it's not moving automatically. Somebody's driving it. P2B's son will not be wearing a wristwatch of millions, telling other people to be patient when they are hungry. P2B's daughter will not be telling people to be patient when they are hungry. When they are decorating her with more titles of Iya Begbero.
This is going to be a whole...
Now, P2B will not buy 469 SUVs imported for National Assembly members.
Well, it doesn't hold stuff. Let me just finish it. Yeah, somebody just posted it. It doesn't hold stuff. Let's see. Yes, okay, what's this? Man laments and complains that Nigerian custom are bent on destroying Nigeria. He bought a phone, paid 173K to DHL, but upon arrival, Nigeria customer asked him to pay 871,000 to clear the phone. What? No, that's not possible.
If it's a custom baba Luida, if it's a so Luida, Ibenati Maba. So by any one. Nígbà tí custom owó ta fi gbé kọ láti ìlú òyìnbó dé bí tí custom ńlẹ̀ bí lásán máa gbàjú eye yẹn lọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ má bàa lu ìjẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀jọ́ tó yọ lọ.
That's quite interesting. The thing is that also people know the like show off. They are the richest tribe in Nigeria. Okay, let me move on. In an interview just 2 days before joining the APC, Senator Allwell Oyesho, a loyalist to Nyesom Wike who recently defected from PDP to the APC, claimed that Nyesom Wike will be forced to leave the PDP because the party has mistreated him. Are they trying to actually clear the road for Wike to join PDP?
Our leader is our property. We are going to pull him out of that place. We will drag him out. We won't let him to continue to be there. He has done so much for that party, and they're not. The party is not even appreciative of it. We are going to drag him out. We will force, we will drag him, we will pull him. One of these days will go to his house and blow him, leave that party there. They've used him enough. Wow. They have used him enough. Yes, he's my leader. He continues to be my leader because I always wanted to be a senator because of my dreams and what I want to do for my people. He was able to assist me to realize it. I don't want any group of charlatans to come and destroy the man or come and frustrate him, come and make him work more than he should work.
No, but what's the pathway? If Wike moves to APC, now joins Fubara automatically becomes the 001 of River State, allegedly. Now, then what happens? What happens? Because technically the structure is now kind of being shared.
So he will. We're going to. It's our own. It's our own. So
wow.
I'm talking as me and a few of my friends. I'm not talking as him. You know, he's a yes. We worry him until he will leave. He will leave. Come, he made us. He should come to where we are.
Wow.
Yes, God used him to get us to where we are. Let him go. Let him leave those people. Let them take their party. Let them take their party. It's enough is enough now. You can't just be behaving like there are no rules.
Okay.
Even the ants, even the animals, they have rules.
Okay.
They have rules. So for me, for now, the PDP is lying prostrate on the ground. And I'm not seeing anything in the very nearest future that wants to resurrect it. Because they are still continuing. New warlords are coming up. They continue where the other ones stopped. So,
wow, that's the reality. There is a difference between being rich and wealthy. Yeah, I agree. Every music is tailored made, and there's nothing like whack artists. It's not just the act itself; it's the marketing of that art There's no music that everybody likes. Everything is narrowed down to the marketing, promotion, and the business. Is Tu Baba out now? How is it doing now? He's wearing a clear glass, right? Let's see this.
Why you people the set abstract things? It has to be explained to you.
Okay.
You don't even know what you're buying.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, that's it. You're toasting me, and I say I should do small sakara. Before I look back, you already left.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
Baby, what's up?
Okay, let me move on. I know that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end with this. Throw back to when certain people are also defying court orders. Look at the makeup here. This is El Rufai. This is Bello. Right? They're no longer together in the same party now. That's the reality of these politicians. Today they're in APC, tomorrow they're moving to another stuff. And that's that. Let me see if I can watch this or watch this and watch this one, and then we'll go, it is well. Let's look at this one.
Presidents, maybe your state or elsewhere, or even in APC, because PDP, from the look of things now, is like a house that is divided against itself, so it cannot stand. So Sheyi Makinde is going to step down for Tinubu when the chiefs are down in 2027. That is what is planned.
Step down for him onto what? As if he gets the PDP.
So that his vote will go to Tinubu. Yes. I mean, has it not happened before?
No. But I don't really see Sheyi Makinde as someone that is able to pull what is required for him to win the presidency. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't see him as somebody that is a presidential candidate. And it's not as if I don't like him or his politics, and it's not as if I like him, but I don't just see him in that league of, someone that, has been able to get look at Atiku. Atiku has this, recognition across board. Obi also has been able to also get some, virality, and also has some recognition. Tinubu definitely the guy that is already, stealing all the structure, grabbing all the structure. But Sheyi Makinde, I don't see anything like outside of Oyo State. I don't see anything really working for him. So I don't know what his game plans are. I don't see him as a presidential candidate, not to even talk of him being the president. But again, I mean, it's Nigeria, right? People will try their best.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Does he need to, whether he steps down or not, the vote of the Southwest will still go to Tinubu?
Exactly.
Exactly. And if you say he wants to remain relevant, I mean, he can simply go to Senate. Does he want to become minister?
No.
Or what?
Under what? Under which party? This PDP that is already...
Okay, so what you are practically saying are the PDP will not produce any senator or no House of Rep member or what in 2027?
With what INEC has said, is that possible? It's not possible.
We're still like 18 months away from 2027.
What would they do to reverse it?
Okay, you think it's becoming irreversible?
When Wike have told you that he's holding that place for Tinubu in 2027, how will you reverse it?
No, that's what Sheyi said that Wike said.
Because are you not seeing it practically? When somebody says something and you're seeing it practically, is there any doubt about it?
Yeah, fair enough.
PDP, it will take the power of God to upturn what is going on there today. And because it has happened before, so I am not in doubt that it will happen again.
Okay, so what you are saying is that Sheyi's maybe senatorial ambition is already foreclosed because there is no PDP. He can go to another party.
Yeah, but if you talk of that, yes. So that maybe...
No, I don't think he's going to go to another party, really. I don't even know what his stuff is. I don't know what he's trying to do.
So I'm just questioning the relevance, that he wants to remain
because
relevant.
if Tinubu discover that both Adebayo and Shitu are going to play the game that may not favor him, he will simply adopt Makinde to come to APC if he wants to go to the Senate. That's the truth.
Wow. From the way I look at Sheyi, he might not go to the APC. He will probably look for another party.
But with PDP, it cannot work. It is obvious. All these things he's saying that he will not go to another, he's just talking to himself. When the chiefs are done, is it not INEC that is there? No, is it not tiny?
Yeah, again, I think that's also plausible, just to be honest with you. I think that's plausible. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay.
Tell my brother, His Excellency. Yes. Governor Fubara. I'm with him, 100 over 100. We will work together. Yes. We will work together with Fubara. Yes. We will deliver President Bola Tinubu together with Fubara in 2027. Tell my brother, His Excellency.
Well, that's River State for you now. And that's Wike's nightmare. Okay, we did watch this. And all that. Peter Obi said education is not for the poor, but increase school fees. I don't know if you've seen this story that has been going viral. I'll just play it. I don't know. This has to do with the culture in the East, and I'm not going to really comment on that. Just
we are from Abia State. Please help me and my sister. We are homeless, so they want to render us homeless. Me and my sister, we are orphans because we are girl child. They have money. They want to pursue us out of our father's house. Governor, look at him. He said he has money. Oh, please help us. Oh, Governor, please. Oh, please make it go viral. Let me have my sister homeless. Woman affairs. Oh, Governor,
I don't know. Does a will? Have you guys ever thought of what will happen if by chance Tinubu is out of the way before 2027? How do you think Wike and Shettima will scramble for control of power in APC? I mean, if Tinubu is out of the way, which, I mean, anything can happen, but that's also, that's a very good question. Like, what really happens if Tinubu is out of the way? Shettima automatically, in a way becomes de facto, right? Because that's just the way the party is, and I don't think Shettima will want to actually leave that spot. I mean, it would just be like what happened with Goodluck Jonathan, right? No matter how, Goodluck Jonathan was not really a politician, but just for him being in that position, by the essence of what happened, automatically became the leader of the PDP. So I think if that happens, Shettima might actually, then take charge. It's just that I don't know how Shettima will be able to pull, all the knots down, because I think at some point they said he was having issues even maintaining his running mates, being a what do I call it now? That they wanted to actually replace him as the vice, of Tinubu. There was that rumor, but I think that has been successfully killed. So I think Shettima will still be able to hold it down. And again, Wike is not officially in APC. So it becomes a little bit, I think it becomes a little bit more difficult for him to be able to just edge Shettima out. So apparently, this is the thing. I don't know if having a will, make things a little bit different. That's my thought. But again, they came out. So these are the people involved, and they came out to talk.
I'm the lady that made a video yesterday.
That went viral, huh?
About me and my sister. About me and my younger sister. That they want to evict us from our father's house.
Okay.
And that as a girl child, that we does not have any rights in our father's house because we are girl children. This is my younger sister. Hi. Her name is Chiwando Okori. My name is Kelechi Okori. And those people that you saw on video, the woman there is my auntie. Okay. My father's immediate elder sister. Her name is Ezioma Mozirike. Ezioma Mozirike. Then the other one that you saw, the guy that you saw, is my cousin. His mother is my father's younger sister.
And that is her first son.
And that is her first son there. That came and broke the key that we used to padlock my mother's room. We did not say nobody. My auntie used to live in my father's house from the beginning when my mother passed. She was living with us in my father's house.
Okay.
We never for one day asked her to leave because she did not got married. We did not ask her to leave.
So what's the cocoa?
Then this one room that me and my sister we are staying in our father's house, we locked the room. My sister and I, we are not around. They went and broke the padlock. They broke the padlock and they took my cousin's wife and her children that came down from Onitsha to that room.
Okay, it seems like a family stuff for
then
me.
When
right?
we now try to confront them, that was when my cousin was now telling me and my sister that as girl children that we don't have any rights in my father's house.
Okay. Yeah. So again, the family issue, they will sort themselves out. Apparently, Tinubu is in Lagos. Okay. For the holiday season, and there's also been a clamor that the APC might also be having its own, internal issues and all that. So now, President Tinubu on Wednesday in Lagos inaugurated a committee on strategy, conflict resolution, and mobilization to resolve conflicts within the All Progressive Congress as it approaches the 2027 general election. We must continue to be resolute that this democracy that we take in our hand must not fail. We say we are bigger, we are larger and taller, but it should now be in our heart to be accommodating. That's the only way we can be resilient. We must be tolerant. Let me listen to this.
For us, it is a good day to meet. I appreciate you responding to the call for our party to become more cohesive and resilient, to accommodate and harmonize. We've gathered here to see to it that we as political leaders, we must live, accommodate, and be.
Which one is this? No, I'm live, but what I'm just reviewing what Tinubu is talking about. Yeah.
Very tolerant. And have an experienced man as a chairman.
Okay, so again, yeah, that's just it. He's just trying to, just see how we can still keep everything under his control. We'll see what happens. Okay, thanks very much everyone for joining the show. Thanks for staying with me this long. I really do appreciate. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for the subscription. And a Merry Christmas to everyone. I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and also an Happy New Year. I wish you the best in 2026 and also the best for the remainder of the 2025 rather. Thanks and have a good day.